And welcome to Lizards and Locations with our campaign of Pillars of Creation, Episode 6. We're here to kind of round out our back foray into Cliffhaven, where we've found ourselves once again after thinking that we were leaving for a while, and then shit just kind of popped off. Which, it makes me a little sad that the audience never really got to see the action that led to that happening. But I think we went over it pretty well in the previous episodes. Mm-hmm. As we stand, we've got 3 of the 4 of our party at the Silver Sail, and the other one went to the Gilded Rose to do her own thing, as she normally does.
I'm rewarding good behavior.
And, yeah, they did save your life. There was no way you're going to swim back to shore. That would have been...
Not in full plate.
No, definitely not in full plate. So, honestly, a little bit of a miracle that you survived.
Yeah. So, yeah, rewarding good behavior.
So, and I see you suck some D and it's all good.
Mm-hmm. Any announcements from anybody as we kind of get started?
Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and check us out on our Patreon, because, if you help us out on there, we'll thank you on our stream, and also, we can make more stuff for you, and that's always cool.
Yeah. All right. Did anything for you or anything?
I'm just happy to be here.
We're happy you're here once again. Rocking the Marvel.
Best bros and whatnot.
Nice, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's cut our way into the intro and we'll get right on our way. Previously on Pillars of Creation, our heroes were shunted into the material plane of water, where they faced a bit of a conundrum on how to get back. Fortunately, one of them was intelligent or had the foresight enough to once again open the sensor, and a genie came out, a Marid named Ak-Arasu. And he had quite a few interesting tidbits to say and shed a little bit of light on the state of his world back when he was a bit more active in it. Apparently he had been dormant for quite a while, and most of the information that he gleaned seemed to be very disturbing. However, he eventually was able to come to an accord with Jonas specifically, sorry about that, happens every time, honestly, to bring the Dragon Orb back and set it up back in the temple that Shapash had accidentally stolen it from. She meant to steal it, but she didn't mean for quite this much bedlam to happen. But he was able to quickly and quietly get them all back to the place that the temple had been kind of transported from. However, the flow of time doesn't quite mesh up with the elemental planes and the material plane, and they didn't seem to be gone for more than a few moments because they found themselves in a gigantic whirlpool created by the vacuum of where the temple had previously been located. After some strenuous and very tense moments of, are we going to get out of this whirlpool, they were saved by Jonas's trained compatriots, or at least ex-compatriots. Some bargains were made, and then exchange was given, and they were given a ferry back to Cliffhaven, where they discovered that the tsunami created by the temple's initial appearance had not spared the town, and they had spent quite a bit of time rebuilding until they finally find themselves back in the Silver Sail, sans Whisper, who has retreated farther inland to the Gilded Rose, who didn't suffer quite the same amount of damage. There's still a bit of flooding damage, but the upper floors are fine. And
Bargains and exchanges.
yeah, bargains and exchanges were made. But I think everyone was happy with the outcome. And now the dawn of a new day peeks over the horizon. You guys know your situations. The Pillars of Bahamut are also at the Silver Sail with you. What do you do?
Well, I'm up early
Every day, sure.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
I do my exercises,
Mhm.
and I meet these fools for breakfast.
Now, this has happened a couple of times where we're not quite sure when everyone gets up. So I imagine Jonas gets up fairly
I usually get
early.
up by 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adi can be anywhere.
Closer to 10.
Yeah,
I'm up early if the people in bed with me want to be up early.
sure. I mean, imagine most of them are sailors, so they kind of have to get an early morning most of the time just to get out with the tides.
Honestly, not what I meant, but sure.
Sure, whatever. And then Des, I feel like, is an early riser. Because she's used to having a chicken croak in her ear.
I think you always said Des was up with the sun's up,
Yeah,
right?
Des is up
Yeah.
with the sun.
Yeah.
So whenever the sun's up, Des is up.
Averaged out to 7:30-ish. Makes sense.
I mean, if somebody knocks on my door and says, "Hey, Addie, we need to go," she's gonna wake up.
Okay.
She
So
was in the army. She knows how to wake up early.
Okay.
She just chooses not to.
she has the decision and decides to stay in
To
bed.
stay in bed.
Makes sense. I've been there. All right. So let's say it's about 8 o'clock when Whisper is done with all of her early morning routines, comes down. Adi is there? Not?
Sure.
Okay. Alright, so you all have met in the Silver Sail Tavern. Henley has finished giving out all of the breakfast. Continue.
Well, I think I'm finally dry enough.
Oh, bro.
It takes a while to dry out a trench coat. I don't think you know how wet these things can get.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awful.
Yes.
Why didn't you just ask somebody to magic it out? What?
Yeah. I mean, not me. I'll do that kind of thing, but
Don't look at me, buddy.
I'm just saying, you can. There's certain spells.
Whiskey early this morning.
Henley kind of looks at you like, yeah, fair, because the entire town is still pretty much a wreck. So there are probably a couple people drinking at the, just kind of lamenting the state of things.
Addie always has at least a breakfast beer, so
A breakfast beer.
Yep.
I see. Okay, well, that's fair enough. I love drinking beer with eggs.
yeah, who wouldn't? It's your like toast, wheat kind of thing. Instead of toast, you drink breakfast beer.
Oh no, that's terrible. Alright, so to give you guys an idea of what everyone is talking about, there's still quite a bit of repair and a lot of cleaning out of all the rubble that needs to be done in Cliffhaven. After about an hour or so of you guys kind of talking with the Pillars, talking with Ace, talking with Yusadi, talking to Koras, Calorin comes in, and he's got his kind of flanked by a couple of guards. Smoke isn't there that you guys have noticed, but it's mostly guards that you're not quite familiar with. He's got his hands on his rapier like he normally does. He's like, just who I wanted to find. Glad you guys got a bit of a late morning going, because we need your help with something. As you know, Cliffhaven's in a bit of a bind. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of a bind.
When's it not?
You know, it's been a while now that you mention it, but when was it? You guys only got here like about a month ago or so. It feels like
It honestly
feels like
feels
days.
like years.
It feels like years since we've done this.
So long.
But here's the situation we find ourselves in. We lack the necessary materials to rebuild the stalls and the buildings that were along the waterfront. So what we need to do is we need to go down into the wandering wilds and get some wood. Now, I'm sure you guys know, and you guys do know this, the Wandering Wilds is a vast wood, like a forest, down to the south of you. And it kind of splits the difference between Andersville and Cliffhaven. You guys kind of went a little bit to the edge of it when you found the robber baron's men and some lizard folk kind of fighting, and there was a forest fire, and it was a big old to-do. You found a bit of other bits of information that we won't get into here. But it's been guarded very strictly by various creatures, mostly elves and fae. Now, we haven't seen fae or any elves for about 2 decades now. Like, no one has seen any elves. It's been a long time. There's been half-elves, but no full-blooded elves have been seen in the past 2 decades.
Okay.
That was the last place they were known to be headed. And so Kelrin, half-elf, is a little bit trepidatious about just kind of waltzing in and starting a logging company basically right into the elven territory. Even if they're not there anymore, something's there, most likely. So they need your help to go and make sure that any monsters or bandit remnants or anything like that isn't there to make their lives any more difficult than it already is. Like, I know you get this is a bit below your guys' usual pay grade. You guys usually are dealing with a bit more calamitous situations, but I'm sure you can understand that our guard is stretched a bit thin at the moment, and we could really use some help from someone who we can really rely on.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Non-calamitous sounds amazing right now. I'm in.
It's true. I can imagine that this would be a bit of a palate cleanser for you four, because it's been a little bit of a stretch of time, I imagine, since you guys have had a chance to really just kind of oversee instead of charging straight into the fray.
Fray is an understatement. We were in the elemental plane of water.
Ooh,
This
It was
sounds great.
Quite nice.
sounds sticky.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was very pretty.
It was both beautiful and sticky.
I think
He's just gonna stare at you for about 4 or 5 seconds, as a point, and be like, "Okay," and he's gonna look to Deza nodding.
Healing communities is really what, Heroes Without Borders is about. So yeah, it's kind of on par with what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Honest day's work doesn't sound too bad.
you have to be needing help.
Jonas, we can always count on you, it seems. Not that the rest of you have proven any less reliable, but
They are very reliable.
they're still alive after all this, so I tend to agree. Now, you guys don't need to be the ones doing all the logging and stuff, but I'm sure if, you
Tell
could
us
lend
what
some
you
strength.
need, and we will.
I'm going to leave that to the quarryman, loggingman. I'm not sure what the technical term for whoever leads a logging expedition is, but you can talk to them when we get there. And it's not too much of a trek. It's about 3-4 hours out. It's too bad that the cliffs kind of cut into that wandering wilds, because it'd be nice to have a bit more closer to home source of that kind of thing. Not even stone either. It's all freaking sand. He kind of like mutters to himself. But anyway, we're all heading out in about. He looks at his watch. He looks at his arm that doesn't have a watch on it. 20-25 minutes or so. So please, if you would be so kind, accompany me to the gate where we can get some of this stuff all set and going. And if you guys follow him, I'm not saying you guys have to, but anyone who does will see a few more people waiting outside. Not necessarily guards, but you see Forrest, who's out there because they're going into a forest, and he sees it as a prime opportunity to start gathering some materials that he could find. Some larger men that you've noticed that hang out on the Silver Sail, some of the sailors, and a couple pirates that you've met at the bottom of the barrel as well. So it's a community get together, putting everything else aside and just making sure that, above all else, Cliffhaven doesn't die from these repeated misfortunes. Is there anything you guys want to do before you leave?
Are you all good on health potions?
I think so.
I got 4.
Oh, that's really good.
You have
Yeah.
4 common health potions?
Common.
Yes.
definitely be in
Yeah, it
control
just
of the
says
health
potion of healing.
potions.
So you have 4
Yeah,
health
I remember.
potions, and you've got the potion of the belt of alchemy.
Honestly, sticking a health potion in this nice belt here might be a good plan.
Mhm.
I've only got one in it,
You
so
want one of mine?
sure.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Pass over one of mine.
Is it a common?
Yeah, it's just common.
Yeah, the price of health potions goes up
Oh, for sure.
pretty steeply. From
The-
step by step.
How about you, Des? Are you good on potions?
I mean, I don't have any on me. I already used mine up, but
You want one of mine?
you only got 2 left.
I have 3.
Well,
I also can, when I lay my hands on people, it tends to heal them as well. So,
well, you don't have to tell me twice.
pass one over to you as well. I would visit forest all the time, so I have potions all the time.
That's
You-
so.
Did
Yeah,
you pay
brought all the
those
stuff
with
from Forest.
money?
Yes. I mean, I could have helped them around the shop if they asked. But
Right.
Okay, so no stops by Jordan's, no stops by Forests, no stops by Boris the blacksmiths.
Not unless you all want to pick up some healers kits.
Don't you already have a healer's kit?
I have a healer's kit which has 10 uses.
Yeah. I don't think you need more than one of them, really.
We are using that new version of healer's kits, so that uses more uses of it.
Whisper, do you have potions?
I should do. I just can't figure out why it's
Okay.
D&D Beyond being.
It's under potion of healing on mine. I don't know if that helps. Rather than healing potion, so it's under P's.
Yeah, mine is just really sparse. I guess I didn't update it, but then trying to add it, I can't find it. So it's like.
Also, does everybody have rations and such? I have 6 on me.
It should be good.
Good for food. I'm sure, Des, you could hunt for us, right?
Oh yeah, I got 8 days worth of food.
8 days, I guess. Good.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine.
Calrin's gonna hear you talking about hunting and be like, I'd be careful about hunting in the Wandering Wilds if I were you.
I mean, I do have a jar full
Maybe.
of pickled stuff too.
I have my water skin. I also have a rain catcher if we need sources of water.
These are the options that D&D Beyond gives me.
That's weird. Yeah, that should just be a normal.
Yes, it should. Yes, it should.
Would you type in?
I hit potion.
Anyway, just as you guys kind of deal with that, you'll just know that you have a potion of healing that he gave you, because why not?
I have my inventory in my.
Yeah, I
Okay,
keep my
inventory.
inventory somewhere
Oh,
else.
then yeah,
actually,
then
I
don't-
don't.
then don't worry
use
about
the
it.
D&D Beyond one.
Yeah, that's fine then.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to keep it all in one place just in case. Because I get confused.
You guys have a bit other potions as well. I know one of you has
I
potion.
have a potion of slowing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I also have a couple of potions of resistance.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, to kind of skip over some small talk and bits and bobs of exposition, it only takes you, like Calrin said, a few hours to get to the logging company, and you can tell right away where it is. You can hear the chops of wood from miles off as just chop, 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 chop. Like, sounds like hundreds of people basically clearing a little space in the forest to kind of stack up a bunch of logs. You can see logs of various sizes and different triangular setups. Just, it looks like it's been organized fairly quickly. It's a little bit impressive how quickly they've been able to kind of rally and organize this kind of logistical nightmare of starting a logging company from scratch off of an emergency. So you guys kind of spend a few hours kind of like going over everything. Do you got any of you help with the logging? Is there anything you want to specifically do, like to help out, like heal anybody who's got injured off of logging accidents, anything like that?
Sure, I can heal a couple people.
Yeah, these are untrained workers, so there is a couple times where somebody chops down a tree and it goes the wrong way, and someone has to jump out of the way and they get scraped up. There's no fatalities or casualties yet, but
I'll stitch some people up. I'll
Yeah.
apply some, I know medicine. willow bark for pain.
This will help, like,
Yeah.
climb the trees and, like, cut the, like, the branches off.
Okay.
And then, doing the sawing later on, too.
Okay.
So, like, a little
Makes
bit of
sense. Okay, so a few hours into this little... Sorry.
I'm going to be helping out, just carrying stuff, whatever they need.
Okay.
Yep, same. I can punch some stuff.
Okay. You're doing this in full equipment?
I'm taking off my top again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jonas is just going titties out, as you do.
No, I'll go full equipment because donning is a pain in the ass.
It's very true. Taking off that plate mail, the only thing more annoying than that is putting it back on.
I
Sure.
tend to heal people in my full armor anyways.
Okay. Well, it's getting to be about noon, 1 o'clock. It's hard to tell quite when you're working so hard. No one's really paying attention to the exact time because there's so much to do. Des, you start climbing up a tree, and about halfway up, an arrow chunks into the bark right above you. And I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to unclick my chainmail so my AC is reflective.
Oh, actually, I need my cup.
Where is your cup? We
My
just
little-
don't know.
My little filthy cup.
Where is the filthy
The
cup?
brown cup was around here somewhere.
You
Okay.
have it. You've received.
We have located.
What is your roll again? Sorry.
Dexterity saving throw because somebody just shot an arrow in his general vicinity and he wasn't aware of it.
Hey, her general vicinity. Thank you.
That's right. I'm sorry.
For sure.
22.
Alright, you're fine. So you kind of like it was basically just like, do you like forget to grab the tree and fall? But you're fine. You kind of like it's a kind of unusual how well you kind of navigate the trees considering you live in a very desolate and sparse area. But yeah, no, you're kind of like hanging off the tree and you kind of see the arrow come up, and then basically 2 or 3 seconds later you hear thunk 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 as arrows kind of interrupt various people as they're going about their logging activities, and you hear Kelrin kind of just be like,
Des is gonna yell out after the arrow hits, and she's gonna be like, "Hello!"
you have pretty high perception just as a base, so you can kind of follow where the arrow came from, and you can see there's an archer with its hood down low, dark green, blends into the trees fairly well, but he's not really trying to hide at this point. And he's got another arrow knocked in your general direction.
Des is gonna hold up the crossbow and be like, "Nice to meet you."
He doesn't respond.
Piece of shit.
Does anyone else have a reaction to this? So, Whisper draws her rapier. Jonas is pissing in a cup, I guess. 1 minute.
They didn't have a trough here.
Just bad timing, really.
No armor. Dick out.
He's got armor on, but yeah.
No, he doesn't.
No, I
Oh,
took
you're-
his
oh,
armor
you're-
off.
that's all your armor, that's right.
Yeah, I'm wearing chainmail. Well, I have my pants on.
Yeah, you got
right?
greaves on. Yeah.
Well, dick out, but dick is back in now.
Dick.
Yeah.
Dick
Just-
out. Coiled around like a garden.
I'm glad that I asked.
We're like, look, Jonas, you get, and it's just like ass out, like just
Yeah.
and him being like,
Nobody made a dick window for you on your armor? Dang, that's
No.
rough. That's,
hold on, now I have to draw.
Well, usually he's in the ocean. It just kind of you just go and see.
I hate what you're saying.
I picture him, and not because he's Aquaman,
Yes.
but I picture him with a Jason Momoa bod. So, yeah.
But like
Jason
blue
Fish
and
Momoa.
orange and purple. Because he's
Jason.
Yeah, but
Fish
with
Momoa.
Khal Drogo's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few moments after the interruption of all of the logging work, a small party of figures emerges from the Wandering Wilds, approaching straight towards Calran, who is kind of looking like he's being scolded by something. He kind of like is looking around. He kind of stares them down as they approach, and the figure says, removing its hood, say female elf, which a lot of people are like, oh shit, because again, elves haven't been seen in 2 decades
So
now.
they appear full elf.
They are full, like, ears like almost out to the freaking moon, honestly. Like, yeah, they're full elves for sure. And she addresses Kellerin and says, I can't believe you've brought this to the woods. And Kellerin just kind of shrugs and says, I don't know if you've noticed lately, but there's been a bit of a change in the agreement between all of our respective groups. We kind of need wood to rebuild a place that was completely devastated by a tsunami. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I know you guys got, and to be fair, they wouldn't, like, the woods are protected on the west side by a large range of hills and mountains. So the tidal wave probably didn't reach all the way into the woods to kind of like blow it away.
Mm.
So Kellerin kind of explains to this person that the wood is needed. This isn't. We really, as much as we hesitate to encroach into anyone else's territory, this is necessary. And if they have been paying attention, they would know this. And they kind of bicker back and forth a little bit. There's a lot of passive aggressive on the side of the female elf, and eventually she kind of like sighs. She says, "Kale, we can't have you bringing this into our realm. You know, Mother would never agree to this." And it's just like, and you see Kale kind of like look at her like, "Well, Mom's kind of missed the past 20 or so Mother's Day dinners, so I don't really feel too much closeness with her at the moment." And they kind of stare at each other for a little bit. Is there anything you guys want to do while this is happening?
I've missed the last 7 with mine.
She kind of like looks over to you, and she kind of like says, "Who have you brought?" And she doesn't address you. She addresses Kellerin. Like, "Who have you brought here?" And he's like, "Oh, these fine people are the reason why we're all not drowning right now. So I think you should owe us a little bit of respect." And it's like, they can introduce themselves. He's not going to introduce. He's not going to like say, "This is this, this, this." You guys can introduce yourselves if you like.
I am Jonas Vudaxith.
Mm-hmm. She kind of like looks you up and down.
I am from Persepolis.
The Water Wardens. Interesting. You kind of and well, as a people who view themselves as wardens of a specific aspect of our world, I think you can understand our little situation here. We can't have you encroaching into sacred lands and our sacred woods.
I have no complaints.
You say that, and she kind of looks around as people are like at this big logging situation that they've got. Like, however, your actions show differently.
They asked for help. I offered help.
Admirable. However, you're helping them do something that, to us, is pretty much desecration. And you see Kellerin kind of like, "Deandra, give it a break. You know why we're here. We're not here to encroach. We're not here to take anything we don't need. Once we have enough to rebuild Cliffhaven, we'll happily leave." Like, everyone make a perception check.
Ooh, a new dice! A new dice!
Oh, same. Okay. No, actually, I think I rolled worse. I did, in fact, roll worse. Nice.
10.
7.
19.
21.
Okay. So the right half of the table. Des and Adi kind of, as these two are kind of going back and forth, you hear a couple of birds in the distance kind of squawking. And a couple of the elves also hear it, because they're not engaged in the conversation either. They're kind of more on alert. And then another kind of slight rustle in the trees kind of disturbs some more creatures, and like little creatures are kind of scurrying about. A few squirrels, a few birds kind of fly outwards into the clearing that you guys have made, and then it goes a bit silent. And even the people who didn't quite notice the initial one, eventually it gets louder and louder, and then you hear funk, funk, thunk. And Kellerin kind of notices something going on behind his sister, and it kind of looks like, what did you bring here? And she kind of like looks behind her and she's like, just. And then she cuts off, takes out an arrow, takes out her bow, like sounds like something's coming, and then I need everyone to roll initiative.
This one did roll pretty well. Good job, you dice. Bad job, you dice.
Hey. Okay. I'll accept that. That's a pass.
Get him out of the way, I guess.
Bad job, you dice.
All right.
Oh my
So let's
God, it fell
go.
in my pocket.
They knock.
Apparently.
We did hear those loud thumps.
So let's hear anything over 20.
23!
23
Wow.
for Whisper. Wow.
Nice.
Whisper, it's 23. 15 to 20. I love how, Kat, I love how you like distinctly don't look at me whenever it's not you. 10 to 15?
14.
Okay, anyone else? No? Okay.
It's a good roll for me. I have a +0.
You say that like it's low.
John is at 14. 5 to 10?
5.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Audio, what now is it?
5.
Five.
I have 5.
And lower than 5.
How do you have a 4?
Don't you have a plus?
I rolled a natural 1, okay? I have a +3.
Wow.
Audie, what is your dexterity?
Not good. 7, I think.
You're a -1.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I am. Have you missed that?
I have, apparently. I think I surprises you every time.
And then, okay. Well. Alright, so. Whisper is going to have a bit of an advantage on the situations unfolding here, but as the thumps get louder and louder and you hear crashes through the trees, eventually 3 or 4 of the trees splinter inwards towards the group of logging humanoids, I guess, because it's a bunch of different people. But there's quite a few trolls that have rampaged their way through and have, with clubs made of giant trees, knocked over 5 or 6 of the trees and kind of had them crash down towards the party. I'm gonna need to pause and set up a map.
Oh, can I have a one-liner?
Oh, sweet.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you say to them. Huh? Huh?
All right. Yeah, you.
Huh?
It's time to fight,
Oh, God.
God.
and you need to be especially aware because you're gonna be up first.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Guess
Well.
who's not?
But as these trolls come in, they crash and they smash and they're pushing down and they golf club a tree out. One of them, as you can see, goes and crushes one of the carts that had a bunch of the logs that were piled up onto it.
Right next to Addie.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
God,
next,
no.
right next to Addie. Yep, she was standing right next to it as the tree kind of like flew and crashed into the cart.
That poor guy.
Yeah, you can kind of see as you look down the tree line towards the east and west. These are not the only trolls here, but these are the trolls that are focused on you.
Well,
And Whisper, it is your turn to go first.
I'm gonna run up as close as I can, probably close to Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
See how far that gets me.
How far can you move?
30.
Maybe there or there.
Just put me next to you, and I'm gonna ready a, No, I'll use my bonus action to become giant.
Okay, we're kicking off the giant woman right out the bat.
Right out the bat. I
There
need
you
this
go.
motherfucker to know that I'm not afraid of him just because he's big. And put me next to you, ish.
We're the map is being a little bit.
Wibbledy wobbledy.
And I'm readying to stab the shit out of him when he gets in my space.
Do you have reach? with your as being a giant person? Does it grant you any reach? Yeah.
We shall soon find out.
I'm finding it. We're figuring it out. We're doing the thing. We're getting it.
Battle music brought to you by Sirenscape. Sirenscape. I don't know their tagline.
Use this at your table, probably. Because they're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It does not say that I have reach.
Okay, so you can't quite reach out to him at the moment.
That's
but
why
that's okay.
I'm ready.
So you're ready in action. That's probably fair. They don't look that bright. Alright. Anything else?
Nope, use my bonus action and everything.
Alright, I'm going to go with one of the trolls next, which I have affectionately nicknamed Cadre.
Oh.
And he kind of sees that the tree that he knocked down, right next to it is some weird person in a cowboy hat and crossbows just sitting in the tree. So he's going to go over and he's going to attack the tree that you're in. So let's go. He's just going to basically crunch over the log that he rolled down. He's going to move a little bit because that's how it goes. And he's going to make an attack against the tree and see what happens. Okay, so what I need you to do is make a... Well, here's the thing. What do you want to do? Because there is somebody attacking the tree. I'm going to give you a reaction to like kind of decide how you want to deal with that.
Click.
Essentially.
Okay, so if the troll
It's like an allegory of the click roll, really.
Yeah.
does want to smack the tree and knock me out of it,
Well, you just saw it literally golf club a tree out of the ground.
right?
So, and now you see it coming to attack the tree that you're in. So what do you want to do in response to that?
Probably, jump on its back.
So you're going to jump... Okay.
Just jockey it.
Full on Legolas, okay.
Okay. That's fine. I will need you to make an acrobatics or athletics check, whichever one you want to do. That's fine. There needs to be like some term that combines those two things.
Let's do together.
We can make it up.
Yeah.
19 for acrobatics.
Very nice. Okay, so you're very easily, as it comes over and just fucking one punch mans the tree out of the ground, you kind of like, just at the last time, jump up and jump onto its back, where you will make a dexterity saving throw.
Part of the cards. Not ideal. 9.
9 is not quite enough, so you kind of jump off the tree and you're like, hell yeah, and then you kind of like land on the troll's back, but it kind of like moves at all.
Bucks like a bolt.
And yeah, well, not even that. It just kind of like shrugs a little bit, and your feet kind of go like this, and you just go whoop and tumble backwards, and you're going to take 2 bludgeoning damage from falling, as you kind of just have a bad time with it.
Wait, what?
As it could be much worse, honestly. Like that could have gone very badly. So we're going to just remove this thing. You have landed on this guy and kind of tumbled off the back, and now you're there. But I'm not going to make you prone. You're just kind of like landing awkwardly and kind of like maybe twist your ankle a little bit.
I just like fall, hit the log, and like, alright.
You don't hit the log, because if you hit the log, then it would be another whole fucking thing. Yeah. But yeah, you just roll off the back of the troll, and that will be its turn, which means next up is Jonas,
Okay.
who is done pissing, I assume?
Yeah, I'm done buttoning my pants.
Mm-hmm,
My armor is sitting on the... Was that the... Whatever those food
Cart.
is? Yeah, it's in the cart.
That's a cart, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Just
Yeah.
take it off, put it in a cart.
Yeah. 5, 10,
Is there a grass version of it? No.
15, 20.
Don't worry, it's grass there, guys.
Just making sure.
Not a weird stone plinth going on.
Yeah, so I'm going to move 30 feet towards the first one.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And then out of my reach, so I'll have to use a spell.
Spells go so well in this campaign.
Yeah. I'll do my fire bolts. Cantrip. So let me roll for attack. Oop, that was a shit. I'll use a luck point to roll better.
Ooh. I've already claimed the first luck point.
15 plus 6 is 21.
21 will hit the troll.
Alright, so that's 2d10 fire damage. No. Oops.
2d10. 5th level is broken now.
That's going to be 10 fire damage to it.
So 10 fire damage to Horus.
Horus and Cadre.
Oh no, that was Cadre. You're right. That's right. Horus is the one over here. Anyway. Anything else?
We got a name drop. No, I'm good.
Sorry. I've revealed those hidden
We're excited.
character.
We got a name drop.
Horus, the other troll.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright. Now,
My luck point.
it'll be Deandra's turn, who is going to be retreating back towards the forest. She goes like 5, 10, 15. And she's just kind of like shooting arrows at Cadre as she's retreating. She shoots like 3 or 4 arrows as she's moving. And then the next one will be Forrest, who's turned in.
Oh, she's like, peace?
She doesn't seem like she's interested in fighting.
Okay.
She is retreating back towards the forest.
Word.
Horus, who will attack. I'm doing a, in case you guys aren't hearing dice rolls, I'm not going to roll dice whenever it's my character versus my character.
Okay.
I'm just going to go straight through it. Me explaining this has ruined the time that I saved doing that, but in the future, I'm just going to be doing narrative things. It's not going to be dice rolls.
Okay.
Because I have too many characters, and I realize the detriment to that now. Alright. So, Horus will see the Dragonborn turn from very small to not very small at all, and be like, oh, what the fuck? And try and, like, slap you.
Wait, he's in my zone.
He is in your zone. Make an attack.
Auto zone.
I
That's
hate
bad.
everything that you said right now.
Uh,
We don't... AutoZone didn't sponsor us. Do not mention it in my presence. Unless, AutoZone, you want to sponsor our Dungeons and Dragons podcast? We've not mentioned cars or anything related to cars or automobiles
Hey,
since
there's
our
carts
inception.
and buggies. They've got
Is your differential
wheels.
acting up?
Is your catalytic converter making weird ass sounds? We don't know what to do about that. Go get it go get it fixed yourself. AutoZone.
auto zone. Anyway,
So, might be in trouble with your slave cylinder. Cancel.
Wow. He said that.
it's master and slave cylinder.
I-
It's real.
No, I know.
The real car parts.
I understand.
It's just a weird terminology.
Yes. Very strange.
I don't like saying it ever.
It should be dominant and
Sure did,
submissive
though.
pistons and cylinders.
The Dom cylinder.
Yeah.
It could stay master.
all about
and
family.
just should
It's all-
become sub cylinder.
Yeah, exactly. You got it. We've solved racism. Speaking of being canceled. Anyway, go ahead.
No. To hit.
10 to hit?
10 hit.
Does not hit.
That's fine. I rolled a natural 3. It's fine.
So basically what happens is you go in there and you kind of stab him with your giant scimitar.
No.
And like...
Rapier.
Rapier, that's right, I'm sorry. Stab him with... Yeah, you wouldn't stab with the scimitar anyway, that's true. And it's like as you were growing, you kind of stabbed out like as you were doing it. And like, it was going to hit, but then like you grew taller.
Ah, fuck.
You've only made me taller.
It's fine.
Defeating a sandwich only makes it tastier.
So
Alright.
if I held an action, do I get my bonus attack? Or is it? that's
No,
not
you only
spell?
get your bonus on your turn.
Okay. Just what I'm asking.
Wasn't your bonus to turn into a giant woman?
I get 2 attacks per action.
Okay,
we
so
get
your
2
action was
attacks
to attack?
I just held it.
I think her point is, does she get both attacks?
Yeah,
and
I
action?
Yeah, I understand. I think so.
Typically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. No, that's a 9.
Yeah. So both you're just kind of like awkwardly like, oh shit, I'm large.
I rolled a natural 3 and then a natural
2.
Oh,
Those are pretty bad.
Oh, damn. Uncle Monkeys.
Hopefully that's...
This die calibrated immediately too.
Wow.
Like I rolled a 20 and then I rolled a 1 and I was like, nice.
Damn. That's...
She's fine. She'll be fine.
It's alright. Anyway, that's Audie's turn up next. We can,
Oh, isn't he attacking me?
What's that?
He's attacking
He's
me.
He did
attacking.
move forward.
That's right. It is still his turn. Alright, for Boar. He rolled a natural 1. His arm falls off. Because it's a troll and I can do that and it's fun.
Alright, cool.
So yeah, his left arm is now on the ground.
So what you're saying is I missed, but then I didn't.
Basically, you missed, and like as you were missing, his arm like came up and got just. Apparently, it was already. He must have been very badly injured already, and like his arm just was like a rotted freaking. I don't even know. Just a rotted log because it's a log type of podcast, I suppose.
I like how they just like, shit.
Yeah.
Look at each other. Look at the arm.
It's a little awkward. And then the arm makes an attack against you.
The dead one?
It misses. Oh, you assume it's dead. This is a troll. So yeah, like it falls to the ground, and then you kind of look at it for a second, and it goes, and then it slaps at you. It like slaps at your ankle and kind of like grabs onto you. Anyway, now it's Audie's turn.
Audie.
Well, sure. So I'm gonna.
Thank you, trolls, for being weird.
Show us your group's given talent.
Haha. That's your name. That's the name that you have.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on my friend right in front of me.
Cool.
Why don't you just cast Zone of Truth?
Yeah, so you get +2 bonus to your AC, because, you know, Grimsh is awesome.
Well, let's see if that happens.
And that's a fair point.
Yeah, it's fine.
And because I did that, you also get to attack, because Voice of Authority was.
Nice.
So you can attack the troll.
Also, I want everyone to know that with my defensive duelist feat and with Shield of Faith, my AC is 23.
23!
Oh, that one isn't a 3! That's 24!
Yeah, just barely. Yeah.
Kobe.
Kobe!
Rip.
Rest in peace.
And that is...
I mean, to be fair, Kobe had his fair share of bad things he was accused of, so.
16 damage.
16 piercing damage?
Piercing, yes.
Alright.
Because I got my extra 1d6 per... Wait, let me make sure I
Stabbing
do
the
that.
arm that's on your leg.
You could do that.
On each of your turns, one of your attacks with a weapon can deal an extra 1d6. On my turn.
Mm-hmm.
12.
12? What? 12 what?
Instead of
12 damage. Oh, I see. Because it's not your turn.
Chronic double check.
I mean, it's always good to double check.
It is your reaction.
Right, but that's not our turn.
So then I'm going to move.
Oh, that's my reaction. My AC is not on my turn.
Yeah. Tragic.
But you do have that +2 from the Shield of Faith. 10, 15, 20, 30.
Moving over the cart does count as difficult
That's
terrain.
a fair point. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All around the cart instead.
Yeah. Because it's not like because like the graphic on there implies it's like a big like wagon cart. It's just a cart with logs in it.
Sure.
Use your brain, your magical
Your brain
brain,
space.
fucking
I tend to get.
your mind
I
palace.
tend to cover them from getting wet. That's what
Yeah,
canvas
they're
is
like
for.
tarps.
Yeah.
Sure.
So then I'm going to talk to the elf lady who has a name, I'm sure. Deandra. I'm going to use my action
Mm-hmm.
to channel divinity.
Didn't you use your action to cast a spell?
It's a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
That was a bonus action spell. I was surprised too.
That is weird.
So I'll channel divinity and use Order's Demand
Mm-hmm.
so that she makes a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, it's 1, 2, 3 people because they're all within 30 feet of me.
So you rolled a 19.
Probably saves. Do the trolls save?
Oh, the trolls as well.
Yeah, because they're within 30 feet too.
Okay. Freaking Caudry definitely saves.
Well, damn.
And Horus does not.
Okay, so
What about Horse's arm?
Horus's arm doesn't have a brain.
Horus,
Allegedly.
Horus does have to drop his weapon because I'm gonna make him do that.
He dropped his arm.
He already dropped his arm.
Oh, I didn't know if he was carrying the weapon in the other arm.
Yeah, he does have a club.
So he has to
He
drop
drops
his
his
Oh my
Okay.
god.
But he's charmed by me until he takes damage or my next turn. And she's not, but I'm still gonna call out, "Where are you going, hun? Love? We should fight together. So we can talk more about your whole tree thing."
You're talking about to Deandra?
Yeah.
They're
She doesn't-
desecrating the desecration.
She doesn't respond.
No?
She's continuously shooting the troll with arrows.
As long as she's still fighting, I guess.
At this moment, she is still fighting, so she's focused directly on this troll right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Caudry.
That's my turn.
Okay, I mean Dez's turn is up.
So, as per my combat strat, OG. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. Caudry.
All right, let's put Hunter's Mark on Caudry.
Hang it around.
This will definitely fit.
It's Kung Lao now.
Oh, I am concentrating, by the way, with that shield of faith.
And
it's
I
true.
am
Let's
concentrating as well.
Let's get some concentration rings in here.
As per standard practice.
You get a concentration. You get a concentration.
I love these rings so much. They get in the way very often.
Look it over.
Yeah. Awesome.
She doesn't have a round base, so
Yeah.
that's my bad.
That's why I designed mine from.
I like the square bases. Sorry, guys.
The square bases just fit so nicely in the squares.
It's not hit
They do.
to be.
But
Okay. And then I'm going to shoot Caudry, since I'm behind Caudry, in that little bit between, like, behind the kneecap. I'm going to just shoot, like, two...
Oh, you're actively trying to like incapacitate him.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you disadvantage if you do that.
Well... let's roll and see what happens, eh?
Okay.
Alright, let me get...
Cruddy food.
Alright. Well, she'd be 2 shots.
This would be one of those things where, like if we were in Pathfinder, like, oh yeah, -2, so it's target this
For
shot,
modifiers.
something like that.
I mean, everything before 5e, though. There was no advantage or disadvantage.
It was all math.
Math, yeah.
Excellent. Alright, so first roll is going to be... Gotta go back to my actions. It's going to be a 23.
Mm-hmm.
And the second roll... Oof. I feel like that rolled, though, when I pulled it up.
It still counts, man.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, it was on a 4.
Okay.
So the next one was a 10.
10 does not hit. 23 does. So
Alright.
you're just trying to hamstring one of the troll's legs?
Yes.
Yes, Caudry, specifically. Alright. So Caudry is hamstrung. Do your damage for your for that roll.
Okay. So nice. Alright, did a full blown 9.
9 damage?
9 damage.
Okay, and Caudry was the one that got hit by the firebolts.
So incapacitated, fallen over, prone?
That's a bit much for all that. I was thinking more reduced movement speed and reduced disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Alright, then move me closer to Deandra?
Deandra?
Deandra.
Okay. It will provoke attack opportunity if you do that. Hit that?
Yeah.
Did you add your hunter's mark damage?
Yeah, I did. It wasn't. It was only. I only had like an extra one.
Okay.
It wasn't great.
All right. So he's gonna kind of like swipe back at you with a 20 to hit.
Yeah. That'll hit.
Okay. Alright, that's 10 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm. Is that as far as I can move?
No, you could go farther. You only move.
Yeah, move me to the tree line if you, or into the tree like behind.
Behind her?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you have a concentration ring. Let's just bring that with you. Like that?
Yeah.
That's fine.
And you said 10.
Mm-hmm. 10 slashing damage as he just kind of like blindly swipes back at you.
Alright.
And that uses his reaction.
Do a Constitution save. Okay, pass that. Got a 14.
One of you has like I gave him like either Boots of the Magi or some kind of like battle mage boots, I think I called them, where it gives you advantage on concentration saves. I don't know who has those,
Not me.
but I know someone does.
Yeah, I don't have those either.
I don't think I have those.
Must be.
Did any of us get them?
I thought we didn't buy those.
Oh, you might have not bought them. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, was that that was a thing we could.
I was like
bought?
one of the things that you could have gotten from Harry the gnome that looked like a Goliath.
Oh.
Instead, you got a jar of dirt
And a belt.
and a belt. He had a jar of dirt, and you couldn't guess what was inside it. Anyway,
It's my jar of dirt now.
it's true. All right, that's his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to the top. Whisper, you're up.
Hey. I'm just gonna stab a couple times. Just gonna go. Listen, man. I've been through a lot. That is a 25 to hit.
It's against horse.
25 will hit.
I'm gonna use my piercer feat to re-roll a damage dice,
Nice.
Okay.
and then keep what I re-roll. Which was
Ooh!
full.
Going for 1 to 6, isn't it?
Yep. So that's 19 damage.
What? Hot dang.
Yeah. And then second attack. 15.
15 will not hit. Anything else?
No, I don't really have a lot in the form of bonus actions.
Okay.
At least not that don't have like lots of things that only have one charge.
Mhm.
So no.
Next up is Kadri's turn. So he is going to kind of like, after getting blasted in the face by fire and then shot in the leg, he does not like fire more than being shot. So he is going to kind of like roar at you, like big freaking really bad breath roar, and like kind of stumble towards you. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna keep that one up, to be honest.
I feel like you could do. Nope, that did not work better.
Thanks, good. I'll play with
He's
it.
got like a sloped head, so it's hard to get that hook down on them.
I shot him in the
He-
popliteal fossa,
Okay.
which is the diamond-shaped portion behind the kneecap.
I know what it is.
He's swiping with a club at me.
He is going. Yeah, he's got one. He's got one on the club, so one club,
Okay.
then one claw, and then one bite. He's got 3 attacks.
Nice. Very cool.
Okay, the lowest one to hit for that was 22.
Yeah, I'm 12 AC right now.
You have not put your armor on.
10 minutes to put armor on.
I see.
Yeah, it's heavy armor, so it's 10 minutes.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna get pretty much fucking clobbered. I want you to make a strength saving throw.
Strength save.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was almost a natural one. 15 plus 3, 18.
Okay. So, you're not knocked prone,
Okay.
but the force of the club, which I'm going to say is the last thing he attacked you with now because of how all this is going to go.
Okay.
Like, he slashes, bites at you, and then, like, as he's coming up, the club just kind of goes poof, and kind of golf swings you away.
Okay.
You kind of fly 10 feet back.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, you take 20 slashing and 12 bludgeoning.
Okay. Wait a second. I don't think I have any resistance, but just want to double check.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have cold resistance or something.
Yeah. So he kind of went ham on your ass there. For a
He
little
did
bit.
very good on me. Bless you.
Thanks.
Alright, 20 plus 12.
Yes.
Okay.
20 slashing, 12 bludgeoning.
Can't find my resistances. Oh, well, I'll
I
look
can
for it.
essentially guarantee you don't have resistance to either one.
Yeah, I
of
think
those
I have
things.
cold.
Yeah.
Alright. That'd be 30.
You can check the monsters of the multiverse later, but I know that being a paladin sorcerer doesn't give you anything.
Yeah. I think it's just the Triton gives me the cold.
So Mary's face.
I just watched him deal his damage.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Well, it's now Jonas' turn.
Alright. I am going to keep my distance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot a firebolt at him again.
Mm-hmm.
So let me try that. I'm going to use luck again.
Okay.
I'm going to use the first roll, which was a 7 plus 6 is a 13. Probably not good enough.
No.
Okay. So, shot that. I'll use a bonus action to take a potion.
Okay.
And that
So
was my
you kind of take the firebolt, which is going to draw a unshackled roll, which is fine. So you're good on that. But he kind of you shoot it at him, and he kind of holds up the big freaking tree trunk of a club that he's got and blocks it.
Okay. I have that health potion for him.
Absolutely, you can.
Shitty roll. 4 plus 2 is 6.
I had hope because I saw a 3.
Yeah. Yeah, one was
Clearly, the
one.
other one's a 1.
I'm going to say 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, yeah, on my turn right there. I'm not going to retreat.
Okay. Next up is Deandra's turn, which I'm going to use for her, Calren, and just the general battle in general, just to guys give you a bit more of an insight into what's happening. She does not retreat any farther, especially because Dez is now behind her. So she kind of looks back at Dez as Dez is retreating, doing the after she did the freaking hamstring shot. She kind of looks at her like, okay, nice. And you kind of see her take 3 arrows out at the same time, and just kind of spread out her fingers so she can shoot 3 of them. And it kind of it's only 2 of them hit, but it's like a hail almost of arrows that she's trying to do. And it hits Kadri, and there's some you can see kind of you see him go Argh! Calren as well kind of moves up, hides behind this cart. I don't know if that's a great idea, but that's what he's going to do. And he's going to do the same kind of technique where he takes 3 arrows out, peppers it in the front. So it kind of gets it in the back and then gets it in the front. So Kadri's kind of taking, looking like a pincushion a little bit right now. And you guys can, and there's a couple things going off to the, well, this is north, so east and west, where everything is kind of crashing around. You can hear cries from different people. You can see Forrest, if you look, he's kind of uncorking some little concoctions that he's gotten, throwing them at another troll that's off to the west. And basically, there's just a lot of chaos coming and from what you can see, besides these 2 trolls, there are at least 3 other trolls that are attacking the outskirts of this logging company. And it's blah, blah, blah. That means Horace is up next. And Horace regenerates some damage. So you can kind of see like the different holes and I think the only thing he's taken is piercing damage at this point because he took rapier from you.
And then his arm rotted
And then his arm fell off. Because he rolled a 1.
Does he have a little baby hand coming out?
No, it doesn't regenerate that quickly.
No Deadpool.
It's not. Yeah, well, even
He's not going to live long enough to have an arm again. I just want to have.
Well, you're assuming a lot of things, aren't you? He doesn't regrow. However, what he will do is take half of his movement speed to bend down and put it back.
We're like
that.
Yum.
Or that way, because it was left arm. Anyway, he has his arm back now. However, I will give you the option to take a opportunity attack if you like. You can use your reaction to attack him because he's taking his time to retrieve his arm while he's fighting you.
I'll keep that. I can do
There it
math.
is.
20 something.
20-something will hit.
Yeah, I can't do math. It's fine. I'll just say 22.
Go ahead,
It's
though.
not my turn, so I'll just go with the 8. And that's 10.
Well, so much for his regeneration.
This is arm fall off again. No, it's fine.
This is our what?
I asked if his arm fell off again, but no, I saw
No.
the hole close and I stabbed it open again.
Yeah, you basically step in the chest like, need my arm. Doesn't matter. Puts it on. He also dropped his club, so he doesn't have a club to attack you with.
Awkward.
He like I can just seeing him like looking at it. Club, arm, picks up his arm. Is there any reason that he couldn't pick it up again?
You can pick it up now.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not charmed anymore.
All right. So we've got lowest one is a 13. So I'm assuming does not hit Whisper. Okay. Second lowest is a 21.
It's a match.
Then he does hit. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
You have your +2 from the
Yeah.
trophy.
I just already used my
You
reaction,
hear it.
so I can't do the piercer 20.
Which is why I asked. Alright, that's 10 damage plus 12 damage. Alright, so that's not 12, it was 6. So that's 16 damage. All of it is slashing. Okay. Next up is Audie.
Audie's gonna see that Jonas has taken a lot of damage, yeah? You look kind of bloody.
Oh yeah, you saw him get absolutely fucking cattywamped by that troll.
That first hit knocked me down to 6.
Sweet.
Yeah, healed.
So I'm gonna use the belt to force feed you a potion.
That's not.
I'm a very
no, it's-
trained
no.
healer, which means that it's
It's
got
great because, like,
bedside manner
In
and
the
shit.
span of the 6 seconds, I'm like, gulp.
I'm very, very adept
The
at
fucking
this. You're
Grinch when they're
probably
like force
great.
feeding him fudge.
You probably enjoy it. 'Cause
Not
I have
all
a
your
great
fault.
bedside manner. But you get a common health potion.
Okay. Can see the comment again.
Unless you want me to roll it.
You want to roll it?
Okay.
Wow, Whisper gets absolutely fucking mauled by a giant flying.
I
fork.
killed Whisper!
Stabs you, stabs you, stabs you, stabs you, stabs you.
Nope.
Oh, I rolled really bad. That's 3 plus 2.
5. Okay. Hey, every little bit is magic.
And then
Yeah, it's just funny because like the thought of her giving it to you, like it just flies in your mouth.
Yeah, it's just like, gulp. Ah! In Baldur's Gate 3, you can actually throw a potion at someone,
Mhm.
and that'll count. Like, they don't have to, like, they can do it from a distance.
So it's like a grenade?
Yeah,
Like a
it's
health
grenade
grenade?
potion. Yeah.
And
This is
then-
based on 5e. I'm like, I don't think it is.
It's definitely not. You can throw someone a potion, but they still have to drink it.
Yeah.
And then because I'm right next to you, I'm gonna touch you and cure your
Whoa.
wounds.
Okay.
Wow.
Just like that.
Touching me.
And just to be
touching
clear for the-
you.
To be clear for the audience, you have a belt that allows you to
To do a
bonus action
yeah.
for a potion. Yeah.
Yep.
For someone. And it's a free action
The
for
alchemist
yourself,
belt.
right?
Yep. You can literally take a potion as a free action. It's pretty good.
So that would be 11. You get 11
Ooh,
points.
that's very nice. Thank you.
If it went all healing and whatnot.
Oh yeah, you need to roll for it. It was a spell.
I cast Cure
true.
Wounds. And because
I have it ready for heal or damage, so you just
regardless of what happens
You let
there,
me know, boo.
I did
I'm
cast
ready.
a spell on you.
Nope,
So-
that's fine.
Okay.
It goes through.
So you can use
Come on,
An
unshackling
attack.
mechanic, let's go.
It would have knocked me right back down to the first troll hit, just so you know.
Yep.
Because I feel 11.
because you healed and I cast a spell on you, I get to use Voice of Authority and tell you to attack. So you can attack.
That's the thing you can do? Yeah. Now, does it have to be a melee attack?
It just says attack.
So I could use a
Embolden an
cantrip?
ally to attack.
Okay.
Ranged spell attack counts as an attack.
Okay.
I
So,
see that Hunter's Mark has fallen off this man again.
oh yeah, Kat, if you want to fix
Here,
that.
I'll
It
do
has
it.
to be a weapon attack.
Don't
but
wor-
it can
don't
be a
worry
ranged
about
weapon attack.
It has to be a weapon? Let me check what I have.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know, fuck it. I could throw my trident in, right? If it has to be a melee.
It doesn't
has to be a ranged weapon.
She said
attack.
it has to be
A weapon attack, not
Sorry.
a melee
it
attack.
has to be a weapon. So I could throw my
yeah.
trident?
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
it'll hook onto his
My new improved trident?
Yeah, you can chuck your trident.
Alright.
Just make sure you don't lose it.
That's not bad. That's 14 plus 6, 20.
That will hit.
Because I use other people.
Alright,
to do
now-
damage for me.
I get to roll a d6 and a d8.
Yeah, you do.
11 plus 3, 14 damage. And just so you know, 8 of that was cold, in case there's anything.
That's right, fish boy.
And 6 of it was piercing.
Mhm.
So my trident now, just so you know, is in, like, I'm just like you heal me, ugh, just out of anger, throw it straight at his chest.
And there it remains.
And I'm guessing, like, with the frost trident now, it's like
Oh yeah, like you
freezing
see
a
it,
little bit.
and you can see like the swirling kind of like mist that comes off of it as it kind of like it kind of like hardens the skin around it.
Yeah, I'm picturing like Iceman if you touch
Yeah,
it. It's kind of
essentially.
like that.
It's
Yeah.
like you can hear like the crackling of the frost
Very cool.
like affecting his skin, but he doesn't seem too upset about it.
Okay.
He's just like I'm gonna try it. And he's probably like trying to fucking hit you with it, honestly. All right,
That's my.
which means it's Des's turn.
How bad's the scale looking? Kadri.
Kadri looks like a troll, so it's hard to tell.
Okay. Fair enough.
And that is your reaction.
Fair enough. All right.
Okay.
I'll just do the safe thing then, and then
So,
Can't
like,
do my...
Because like he's getting
Battle
hit by a
technique.
bunch of
Okay.
stuff.
No,
It doesn't look like it's doing much.
all right. So Dez is gonna load in
He is
poison.
still.
He's just gonna shoot him with some poison bolts.
Okay.
I don't remember if they have resistance to poison, but we are going to attempt
Okay.
to do this. So 2 poison bolts and then a regular.
Okay.
All right. First one's 23.
I should have charged a divine straight into that.
Should've.
Next one's a 22.
That would have been cool.
Last one's an 11.
But I don't think you could have because it was a reaction.
Fair. Yeah. That's right. It uses a bonus action to do it, to charge her. Yeah.
You would have had to do it on your turn.
Yeah.
All right. So both the poison bolts hit, just the regular one did not.
Okay. And this is the Kadri you said?
Yeah, this is all Kadri.
Fuck that guy.
Oh wait, why is there a D20 in there?
Because why not?
All right,
Just
so it
skew the
looks
data.
like
4, 3, 2, 1.
9, 8. All right, so 17. I don't remember if Hunter's Mark it just adds damage, or is
Yeah.
it of the type?
It's a...
It adds
it's
damage
a
at the
type
same
of
time.
damage.
Of the same type. Okay, so 17 poison damage.
Very nice. How much did you say?
It was 17 poison damage, and then he has to make a save.
Okay.
It was the... where was it at?
Constitution?
Yeah, it was a Constitution save, which I'm sure he's good at. DC 12.
$10 plus 5. If you know this, trolls have pretty high constitution.
Yeah, I figured, but you know what? We keep trying. We keep striving.
We keep striving.
That's what
Yep.
he said, yeah.
It's funny. I laugh.
I roll dice.
Yep. That's all I do. my entire existence.
I laugh, I roll dice.
I laugh, I cry, I roll dice. Everything for your turn?
Yeah, because I used up my bonus action for the part of the attack. Okay, yep, I'm good.
Awesome. Goes up to the top. Whisper, you're up.
Alright. And I'm
We're
gonna look
rolling
at this.
everything today.
I'm gonna look at this ugly, stinky bastard boy, and I'm just.
There's so
gonna,
many of them that you're describing. Which one?
Guys.
Chorus.
Chorus, yeah.
The one that you're fighting all by yourself.
Yeah!
I guess I'm kind of a bastard.
Ow.
You're not a
Shamus.
stinky bastard.
But are you stinky?
No. No.
Do you smell like fish?
No. Huh?
Smell
No,
like
he
fish?
smells like fucking...
He smells like fresh fish, but smells like nothing.
Good point.
He smells like whatever fucking ocean cologne there is.
He would have an ocean cologne.
Just
Okay,
spray yourself with Shamus food dogs.
so I'm like, well, I don't want to deal with this any longer than I have to. So I'm gonna be like, you're really making my life difficult, and I go in for another stab, and I rolled a 20.
Yeah, you
Natural 20?
No.
Go ahead and hit. That's fine.
Go
It
ahead.
hits.
I'm gonna re-roll with my piercer thing. Re-roll damage. One of the damage dice. I'm gonna re-roll the bigger one.
Ooh.
Because I rolled 2 2s. Or 2 1s. So instead, I rolled a 6 and a 1. 7 plus 6. 13 damage.
13.
7
Piercing.
6.
And then... Well, he's still going... I'm gonna stab him again. And that one is a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Yay! We figured it out!
You've unlocked my AC puzzle.
And that's 10 more piercing.
He looks pretty haggard for a troll. It's hard to tell with them, but he's not feeling great. And now it's Kadri's turn. Now let's see, what has Kadri taken? He took cold stab,
Poison.
poison.
And regular. Yeah. Like piercing, sorry.
He just took some regular old damage.
Some regular old scrape of the knees.
Okay. So you can see even the poison, like, it kind of like, you can see it like fizzle, like mist coming off it, like it's burning something, and then it kind of loses its potency. Mm-hmm. Usually when you shoot something with a poison bolt, it kind of like burns and keeps burning.
Yeah.
Not so this time. He regenerates. And he's going to see that somebody just came up and undid all of his good work, so he's going to once again hobble. It's like 5, 10. That's all I can go, but he can reach both of you with that. So he will do the thing where he makes you dead.
This is a new round, right?
Yeah,
What do you
because I
mean?
start.
Yeah, because Whisper is the top of the round.
Good enough.
First up is a bite attack, which is a 19 to hit Audie.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably. Wait, let me check that really quick.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn.
Okay. Does it match it?
No, it's 18.
It's 18, but it's close.
This one is a claw attack, which is 17.
Nope.
Ding! And the last one is a club attack, which is 10. Ding!
Or
One more like, oh.
it just like,
Alright, so the only attack that he hits, bite, unfortunate for me. I was hoping he would do better. I'm gonna take him in the back and freaking beat him back on the back of a woodshed. So you take 4 damage.
Hold on. Jonas is going to use his reaction to use his interception.
Mhm.
So he puts the shield up as it's trying to bite. I get to roll a d10. Plus 3. 1 plus 3 is 4, so you don't take it.
Okay.
well, what's the +3 for?
It's 1d10 plus 3.
It's fighting style.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Phase interception. So as long as you're 5 feet from me, I can block.
Thanks, fish boy.
He's just biting my shield.
So yeah, he like kind of like and you're getting the full troll breath.
I've
right
got
now.
one shield up, and you just kind of shield over top of it.
We need a
It's
shield
really
wall.
good. Yeah, we
Shield segment.
Exactly 1 shield segment.
Oh,
All right.
Lord.
That's the end of Kadri's turn, and now Jonas is up, and he's got a troll face in his face.
Okay, and he is next to me now, right? Or I guess he's a little bit.
No,
He's-
not necessarily. I think it's more like you push him off, and then you go back to where you
Okay,
are.
so I'm going to step up to him.
Okay.
Use half of his
You
speed
stepped in.
Yeah, grab
Step to it.
grab the half my movement speed to grab the trident out,
Excellent.
and I'm going to
Stab it back.
thrust it back in.
Nice. That's sick as hell. I love that. I love that visual.
Oh, I'm gonna use my last luck.
Oh,
Give me
God.
that.
I've claimed all of his luck.
Is that a? I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Wow.
So yeah, 8. Yeah, can't do anything with that one. I got nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
It was cooler in my head.
Your eyes were watering too much.
Yeah. The breath is just real bad.
Yeah, you're like you like retch as you're going to turn it in, and it kind of just goes down into the earth, and you're kind of like wheezy a little bit.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do in this case then is use my font of magic. Use 2 sorcery points
Okay.
to do.
Using sorcery points, we've never seen that before in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
And I'll use.
Damn, actually. Oh no. Oh no. I had to think about that one. Oh no.
Oh, bad.
God, so many choices. I'm going to use. Since I'm so close to him, I'm worried about missing. So I'm going to use Magic Missile at a 2nd spell level.
Okay. That makes perfect sense, actually.
So I'll use that. So that's
So wait.
44.
So this is a quicken spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which uses 2 of my sorcery points.
Okay, that makes sense.
Uh,
Sorry, I was busy laughing at myself.
so this is 44 plus 4. 2, 4, 7, 8 plus 4, 12 force damage.
12 force damage
So
to
essentially,
Audrey.
because it's my focus, I like pull it out, thrust, missed, smile as the force bolts come from the sideways, just hit him in the face.
And you said 12?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's just like getting peppered with things. It's like this is a chaotic mess between you and Kadri. Like there's arrows coming in, freaking stab, bites. It's just it's definitely like a fracas. So after Jonas is Deandra's turn, who is once again going to be kind of trying to retreat. She kind of like does a little twirl around you and kind of shoots over your head. How tall is Des again?
I said 5'8".
5'8"? Okay, so she can. You're not like in her way really, because she's 6'2". Honest, she's pretty large for an elf.
Yeah.
So she's busy peppering Kadri again, and she also switches over to Horus, and she's shooting both of them now. Kelrin is busy shooting over the two of you. You can see arrows coming in over you as it kind of like is peppering him in the shoulders.
Okay.
I'm going to add a little bit of that because it allows me to say that he's taken 69 damage because I think that's funny.
It is funny.
The best amount of damage.
Yeah.
I
He'd
mean-
make, it's a good amount of damage. If it wasn't for the fact that trolls had like stupid constitution, that would probably kill most things. However, it is now Horace's turn, and I want to remember Horace what he's taken in terms of damage. I don't think he's taken the things that I know he has to not take in order to regenerate. So yeah, he regenerates as well. Like he's just, you can see like the tendons and the connection on his arm like get a little sturdier. You can see like all the holes that you're poking in and like not like scab. It's weirder than that. It's like almost stitching. Like you can see like the flesh kind of like reach out and grab itself and pull itself together. It's a little weird, but he will also take the chance to try and beat up Whisper because he hasn't done a great job of that yet.
Does he pick up his? Does he have his club now or no?
He doesn't have his club. He's just
Okay, claw and bite.
slopping, clawing. He doesn't. He wouldn't think. He's not thinking to pick things up like this would be a good weapon. Like no, he just sees a giant woman who's been stabbing him, and like, he's gonna try and basically, in the least sexual way possible, eat her. You fucking degenerates.
I didn't laugh. You said least sexual way.
I
And I didn't
My
immediately.
mind didn't even go there.
Wasn't even
I'm
possible.
gonna
to go
re-roll
there.
that because it was on the corner of 8 and 20.
One might call that cocked. While eating.
That
I want to see you try.
no, I would just hurt myself really.
Yeah.
Well, this guy rolls like shit.
There's a
The
hernia.
first roll was a 23. So even if you did the repost, it would still hit.
Yeah, I'll save it in case one of your rolls is a 22.
It's not. The next highest roll is a 19. But the next roll is a 1. So
throws
he
his arm.
drops his arm again.
Yeah.
What
Whoa,
a fucking
buddy.
guy.
I knew I should have picked up the club.
Get your arm together.
But because it's a troll arm, it makes an attack against you.
Yeah, I can try.
16.
Yeah, no. I just
Alright, so we got one hit on.
Are you using your
the-
poster now?
No,
Okay.
it just matches.
Oh, okay. Oh, yours is a 23 right now. Okay.
If I use the reaction. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she needs her reaction in order to do that. Which is fair. Alright, so 9 plus 4 is 13 slashing damage as he kind of gets underneath your armor and kind of slashes and grabs on and like kind of pulls and rips into your skin.
Gross.
Scales?
Scales.
Scales. Scales and skin? Both.
Scales and
Why not
skin.
A really
Scales, scales.
unsettling combination.
Scales versus skins.
Alright.
The scales are just specialized, or hairs just specialized scales. So the Dragonborn, it's a loop back
You're just
from
really
hair
hairy.
to scales.
Sure.
So the scales are like really, really many, and they move in an odd way, and they're in the skin funny.
That's why I was like, huh, would they have hair? Because like technically scales and hair are like the same thing.
So are nails and
Cousins.
True.
Eat that. Nat
You're
Geo.
right. And anyway, I'm not going to get into this because we're playing Dungeons & Dragons. It is Ollie's turn.
Oh, it's Addie's time. Oh, what's she gonna do? She's gonna go ahead and cast a spell.
A single spell?
Called Sanctuary.
We'll see about that.
Well, she's gonna cast it,
Yeah,
whether
you're
it
fine.
does what she wants or not.
Yeah, no,
She's gonna cast Sanctuary on Jonas, because he's not wearing armor, so, you know, it'll help.
Okay.
And it's not concentration, which is super cool. Which means he gets to attack.
I get to attack?
You get to attack.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's,
Voice
Who?
of authority.
Voice of authority. Because I'm very authoritative.
13. Oh, do I have advantage? Or that's not
No.
flanking, right? Yeah. So nope, 13.
Yeah, so
It's hard to flank large characters too because
So
they've
when
got a lot of leeway when it comes
somebody
to that kind of
attacks
thing.
you, they have to make a wisdom saving throw first.
Oh, well. I don't know if you know much about trolls. They've got wisdom through the fucking roof, boy. No.
What?
No,
Oh, it was.
I was making a funny joke.
I know, but like sometimes you just surprise me.
I know.
So I had to.
I know. It's great, right? It's great.
In this case, it'd be Gary Gygax surprising you. But...
Surprise.
And then
Scary surprise.
Surprise. Actually, I have a quick
Shy of
question.
surprise.
If I get close to him, do I have advantage because I'm within 5 feet?
Give advantage?
Because of flanking? Or
Oh, you want to flank them with the... Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I know like flanking doesn't work with ranged, but because I have crossbow expert and I can get right up next to him, and I'm within 5 feet.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow it. The crossbow expert continues to be the best feat in the game forever. And I say that 100% unironically with someone who's using lucky at the table.
Yes.
You see, I still think it's alert.
alert is
Alert's really good.
I still think alert.
As
Can't
a
be surprised. When? Ever.
as a character in my other campaign where I have alert and observant, like good luck ever doing anything that I don't notice. Anyway,
I can cast a cantrip too, right?
for what?
Because I use a bonus action, I can use my action with a cantrip.
I thought it was Dez's turn now.
Des was asking me a question.
I was asking a question.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
But I can cast a
It
spell.
was in
and
the
a
midst of
cantrip,
her,
yeah.
like,
You can
looking at
cast a
stuff.
spell and a cantrip, yes.
Sweet. I'm gonna cast Punishing Strike
Mm-hmm.
and punch the bitch.
Again, we'll see about that.
Is punishing through?
Yeah, we're fine.
Right.
Man, this is the
That's
most... It's been a while since
So,
Unshackling has really fucked up something yet.
are we not flanking? Are we?
No.
You're not flanking now. If once Dez goes behind them, I will allow that flanking.
Oh, that does not hit.
So
The
quiet,
2
but
plus
real.
anything.
God, watching that rubber dice move is like borderline unsettling.
Yeah. It's so quiet too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way that a 2 plus anything is gonna hit.
No,
So
you are correct in that assessment.
I don't punch him.
You're just
Well,
not level 20 yet.
Anyway,
I mean, even then, that's rough. All right. In that case,
and that's the turn.
all right, now it is Dez's turn.
Okay, Dez is first going to move within a radius that is 30 feet of each character, if possible.
Which characters?
All of our playable characters. Is there a spot?
5, 10, 15, 20 would
That'd
do
be
it.
That would do it.
It's not gonna get me
But then you won't be
flanking
in
enough.
the flanking area.
Yeah, I need to do the flanking, unfortunately.
Well, she's giant 1 right now, right? So if you went here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, but that's not going to be flanking.
Oh.
Yeah.
The rules that I'm going to use for flanking, because I'm a 3.5 bitch, is if you can draw a line from one to
Directly
another-
across.
at any point, if you can draw any point from one tile to another, it's not flanking,
So
Okay.
and not
that
pass
one?
through the monster.
So that one.
It'd have to be like the one next to it. I
No,
think.
because I can draw from that to that. You'd have to go right here in
Yeah.
order to get flanking bonuses,
Alright, put me flanking.
which would be here or there.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt to.
Or, I mean, any of these three would be flanking.
Right. I want to attempt to disable his arm.
Okay. Well, you'd have disadvantage for attacking specifically in a part, but you have advantage for flanking, so it's just a normal roll.
Okay. So I'm gonna try that 2 times, and then just the last one's gonna be a regular attack.
Okay. That sounds reasonable enough to me.
First one's a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Second one is a 16.
Yep, that just hits.
And then last one, which has advantage. Goodness, that's a 12.
And this is when you're not trying to disable his arm?
Yeah, this is the one that's just a regular straight shot.
Okay.
20, non-natural.
Alright, so those will all hit
Nice!
little Cadre.
Alright, I need 2 more d6s. Thank you. Actually, I should probably roll these more individually. Now that I think about it. Alright, so I'll do 2 at a time.
It's just curious that you do the whole, you do it like liar's dice. Like you cover it and then keep it there, as opposed to like rolling them out of the cup.
I see what you're saying. Ooh, nice.
It's got a big
Alright,
stomach
hold on.
to
I gotta
it.
do some math here. Do some math.
We gotta do math in Dungeons and Dragons, holy shit.
8, 7, 10,
23?
Carry the 1.
Alright, so that is going to be a net total of 31 damage.
Is it all piercing?
Yes.
31 to Cadre.
Cadre.
Cadre. How do you want to do that?
Oh. So Dez is going to run up and she is going to shoot again at the, well, I was trying to disable the arm, right? So, well, I guess this is all about coolness factor at this point, right?
Hit that brachial artery.
I mean, it's whatever you want it to be.
Okay, because I was thinking, I want to, shoot him in that little spot in the knee so that he's like, "Arr!" and he,
Why not
falls
do another
down.
Fossa?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Do another fossa.
There's a big artery there.
Or
you can
here,
hit.
there's a whole bunch of mess right here.
Ooh, that's
They
kind of
call it
cool.
the surgical
So, as he's
blowjob.
going to swing, then maybe, I shoot, a couple in there and it just sprays blood, and he's like, ah, and he kind of, falls over. And then, I run around front, and then I just hit him in the jugular real quick, and then, he's just, spraying everywhere and falls over.
Right, so you got one in the
Odin
knee,
controls
one
that.
in this area that.
Yeah.
The surgical no zone, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's called it.
Okay.
And then,
And then one through the neck.
and one through the
I like
neck,
it.
and so he's just like...
Right, so you see him kind of and then he kind of falls
I don't
backwards.
care what it's anatomically called anymore.
And
I think we call it
he
that.
does not
Oh,
get
it's
up.
got a fossa name.
Yeah.
But also, maybe he does. Anyway, he does fall down to his knees as he's, fading. No. Keep him up.
Okay.
Yeah, just
I could pick him up too.
Alright.
Janus doesn't know.
As
so.
as a person who's been in a lot of battles, would any of them have been against trolls?
You're going to have to roll for that one.
What
I'm
would I
gonna
roll
make the
for that
assumption
one?
that trolls don't go underwater much. So.
It's going to be an intelligence check.
Oh sweet, that's solid.
Knowledge, nature.
I would
Let's
say
go.
nature. Yeah.
really doesn't matter.
I thought you were good at nature. Oh,
No, I'm good at survival.
right.
She's good at wisdom stuff.
10.
No.
I know nothing.
You would not know the resistances or regenerative properties of trolls.
Could I know the resistances or regenerative properties of trolls?
No.
I mean,
Really, as a ranger? You
what
don't
if
think?
what if
Or-
it was a medicine?
She's a ranger
But
in technicality.
yeah,
What if it was a medicine roll though?
No.
Des is more of rooting out bandits kind of person.
Yeah.
It would have to be
Yeah.
a thing if a bandit
Sure.
had a troll pet or
There,
something.
there would have been negative there's no way that a troll would find its way to Andersville. So unless she's gone off and done adventures and actually would have a reason to be encountered trolls.
Yeah.
I'm giving Adi the benefit of the doubt because it's implied that she's gone around and she's explored and she's healed a bunch of people.
Healed without
Without
borders.
borders.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I roll history if I'm well read?
Not history. It would still be a nature check.
Acceptable.
Still better than my -2. So
But you have specified that your family has a large library, so I will give the. It's possible that you've read about it.
was hoping you'd give me history. And that's a 13.
No.
Alright, we know nothing.
You do not know that specific thing that you are trying to know in character.
I made an effort.
Which is fair. Anyway, Des, anything else?
I think that is all I can do.
Okay. Which means it's Whisper's turn.
With a huff
And a puff.
and a puff of.
Blowing your
mist.
house down? Oh.
You pass the weed.
Yeah, I just.
Stabby,
Stabbing
stabbing,
it.
stab.
Continuously stab him forever.
With a huff and a puff, you stab the troll down.
Yeah, that's 24.
I'm not even gonna say. You already know.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Okay, it's a little better. That's 13.
You use Piercer for that?
And then that one is 17.
17 altogether?
And then that's 8. I'll re-roll it. 9.
How many times? Are you allowed to reroll more than once?
I think it's every attack, but I can check.
Okay. I'll let it go for now, but yeah, let me know if you see any new things for that. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No.
That was quite a bit of damage.
It's once per turn, so put 8.
Okay. So we're going down to...
Just one.
Take 1 damage away?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, really?
Because I rolled a 2 and then I rolled a 3.
You'll never guess how much health that he's been taken down.
Is it 420?
69.
Oh, yay.
420? What the
I
fuck?
think you said over 20.
No, I said
420? Wow.
It is over 20, yes.
You
It is,
think you're pretty awesome.
We have done
don't
more
you?
than an ancient dragon's worth.
Yeah.
Are you keeping track of how much damage you're doing?
No, 420 is more
Oh,
than
yeah,
a
yeah.
typical ancient dragon.
I see.
Unless it's me, then I'm gonna modify that shit higher.
Oh yeah, no, like this stat block is
Yeah.
a joke. Am I?
Yeah.
Anyway, all good, Whisper.
Yeah.
Kadri, who is looking really fucking brutal, even after like all of his blood sprays all over the three of you. You can see him like kind of cough as his throat closes up, and finally he coughs out one last thing of green blood. Takes a big breath, and then makes like a freaking. He's gonna make a whirlwind. He's gonna like spin around and attack each one of you with his club. First one is going to be against Des because I feel like that's thematically fitting.
Appropriate.
That is going to be a 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Against next in line is Audie, which is a 16.
Nope.
Okay.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw to attack. Rajan's.
True. Let's let him do a wisdom saving throw. That is cocked. That's -2 is still 15.
Damn it, that's it.
Okay. And then that's a natural 20.
That'll just hit.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cloud Room.
I know.
Are you close?
Ski! It's within a certain. I decided I'm making words that I say when I activate the rooms. But,
Oh, cool. Okay.
Like, go skiing.
40.
within 30 feet of my island.
It's 40.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No.
Yeah, no.
Fish! Well, I tried.
Thank you.
I was anticipating that. Like, every time I get a 20, like, here comes the cloud rune.
It's good anticipation.
Yeah.
I tried, friend.
All
Am I
right.
within
we got
30 feet of
damage
Des?
left.
Yeah, let me roll the damage for it. We're gonna do...
No.
Shit. That's what y'all get.
For what?
And you should just move over here so then
Leaving me alone with the troll.
Hey, Jonas was almost dead.
Alright, so
And is going to be again.
Des, who was hit correct,
Yes.
you're going to take 11 damage and make a strength saving throw.
Alright. Oof, just a 9.
9 will not do it. You are knocked back 15 feet and are knocked prone.
Oof.
Any particular direction?
Directly backwards.
You said 11?
Yes. Also make a concentration check. Which I believe the...
Yep, it's I got a 16. I'm good.
Okay, yeah.
It's like base 10, but then like...
Add half the damage, yeah. So you'd add 5. So it'd have to be at least the 15, so you're fine. Okay. Other one, let's see what damage... Like, Audie is able to duck out of the way as it kind of flies over and just hits Jonas directly in the face. That could have been a lot worse. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna add the max damage to that because that's how I do criticals. 20 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That could have been worse.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah, I didn't roll great, but
Strength save, correct?
yes, and make a strength save. Correct.
Oh,
19 plus 3, 22.
That'll do it. Yep. So you are knocked back 10 feet, but you're not knocked prone.
Okay.
And because it's forced movement, he doesn't get an attack opportunity because of it.
Okay, yeah.
All right. And that's Kadri's turn. Next up is Jonas.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to convert a spell into a sorcery point.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second here. Where are you, spell? There. That puts me
All right, Sirenscape. All right. Pretty good.
puts me at 2 sorcery points still. And since I'm not next to him, I'll shoot cantrip at him. So I'll do the fire bolts.
Mm-hmm.
That looked good.
Yeah. 18 plus 6, 24. Does it go off?
It goes off.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Okay.
but
Yeah, I'm waiting for the butt here.
14 fire.
Okay, it does 14 fire damage. It does. There's a blowback that does half damage back to you.
7. Okay.
Bro.
All right. However, so like, explain how this looks to you. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you the narrative reins.
He's still standing, right? So
He is alive right now,
Yeah.
but this kills him with fire. So you tell me what you want it to look like. This is basically what do you do?
Okay.
Like, how do you want to do it? But
Okay.
you do
But
take-
also, I want to hear some flavor about the blowback.
yeah, exactly.
you don't get any blowing. So I take the trident, and you see him focus into his, like he just kind of clenches harder,
Mm-hmm.
as you can see this little like blue, like his veins light up blue.
Mhm.
And then he shoots out from the middle prong a firebolt, and it bursts at the tip,
Mhm.
which kind of pushes him back,
Mhm.
like just scorching his arm
Mhm.
where he transferred all the energy.
Absolutely.
And then bolt goes straight up into the sarcophagus and just
Mhm.
right into it. That's
All
not right.
right.
That's not the right word.
Esophagus?
Esophagus, not sarcophagus. Yeah.
That's close.
His sarcophagus.
That's soft. I put a "s" in front of it.
Yeah.
some
Esophagus.
rappers watching this going, esophagus, sarcophagus.
Yeah. Yeah, and just crush it.
All right.
That'd be a great song.
It doesn't even crush it. Like, it goes straight through it,
Fucking
and like
what?
you can see the inside of his like
It
like
shows
right
it.
in the back of his like mouth and like in his sinuses as it kind of like burns, and one final like all of the soot and all of like the burned material comes out of his nose and mouth and collapses, and now he's dead.
Oh, we don't know that though. For all we know, he can come back.
He does, yeah. He looks more dead than he did at the
Yeah.
moment, but you don't know that he's dead.
Yeah.
That's true. Good point. However, next is Deandra's turn, and she kind of like sees that you used fire and it was effective against it, and she kind of like You can see like her, like anyone who's looking at her, which is nobody, I guess. But you can see her kind of like take her torch and put and like wrap the wrappings around an arrow, light it and shoot it at Horus, who ignites, and he's basically like on fire, as like all of the oil and stuff from her torch kind of like spreads onto him. So now he's on fire. Next up is Audie's turn.
I'm just thinking of Smash Brothers, like on fire,
So-
on fire.
PK fire.
No, like that. What was that lady's name? The character? She's like on fire, on fire. You know
I
the
have
character?
no idea.
I don't
Really?
know. I know PK Fire.
No, there's like that. There's that person with the spell book who like is like
Robin?
on
Oh.
fire.
Did she say on fire?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought they were
Oh,
saying.
Robin from. Okay.
Fire
Is it the
Emblem.
blonde girl?
I think
But she's-
so.
She has
Multiple
lots of
colors.
different.
Blonde girl slash blonde guy slash and like
Orange
interchangeable
Green hair
characters.
slash
Blue
hair
hair.
or something. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they have the book and they're just like
It is,
on
it's
fire. I thought it was on fire.
It's like end fire or something.
It's-
Oh, it
it's
always
end fire.
sounded like on fire.
Yeah, it's end fire, as in like I'm going to imbue this with fire.
Oh, I
and
see.
then Elwend.
No, oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Okay.
Elwyn.
I always heard it as on fire, and I'm just like, that's hilarious. You're like, you're on fire now.
True. Okay.
Sorry, that was a whole anecdote.
Flame on.
Flame on.
I understand. You were fishing for a reaction and didn't get it, so now we gotta look for it.
Now I gotta cry a little bit.
It's okay. No, it's happened to the best of us. In any case, makes it Horus's turn.
Oh, I thought it was Addie's turn.
It would be Addie's turn if it wasn't Horus's turn, but it's Horus's turn.
Oh, okay.
Who, because he took
No.
fire damage, does not regenerate.
Interesting. Good.
Anybody who wants to make that connection, make a wisdom.
Oh,
Or
make a
wisdom check.
wisdom
Make a
check.
wisdom check.
Sweet potatoes.
Nope. I don't have any fire anyway.
Just a straight wisdom check, or
Just a wisdom check.
So I'm not safe. So 15 plus 2, then 17.
18.
12.
Okay. It wasn't a leap to do, so anything over an 11 would make it. 5?
But
You do not make that connection.
it's fine. I'm focusing on stabbing.
So yeah.
Looks like fire will do it.
Jonas, Dez, and Audie all get the fire plus troll equals good.
Oh, see, I was gonna make some really dumb logic to get it in my
Oh,
head.
no, please.
Oh, because she's got relentless endurance, so she's seen people stand up from being dead. Clearly, he's not gonna do it a second time. Because she can't do it a second
But
time.
that's
Oh,
wrong.
it's so wrong, but it would give her a reason to turn around and fight Horus.
Okay.
False logic.
No, bro.
Still logic.
Bro, if that's what you want to do, that's
But
that's
it's not,
a great
because
character.
I connected the fire, because, that's fine.
It's up to you. Like, I'm not gonna make you
No, that's
understand.
fine.
Like, it's
I'm
your
good
character.
with understanding fire.
But Horus
I
is
understand
still
fire
trying
now.
to non-sexually eat Whisper. So let's see how it goes.
Not
I don't know, every
successfully.
time you say that, it gets really sexual.
Does it? Man, I can't believe it.
Those cocked dice last
So,
time.
it's a
But
fo-
is he trying to chew me up and spit me out? Oh my god.
And he literally has to go down.
No.
No, she's big.
Yeah, she's big, but he bigger.
No.
No, they're the same size.
Big and
Really?
covered in
Trolls are
hard
pretty
armor.
fucking big.
He's large. I'm large.
I mean, large is a spectrum. Just like
Yeah.
giant is a
Large
spectrum.
is a spectrum. I would say he's probably a bit bigger than you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Maybe
Hey,
wider.
act like I
Like
do.
in the way that I'm bigger than you.
Yeah.
Where there are humans that are bigger than me, but I'm an
Yeah.
orc, so
And so, like,
clearly I'm bigger.
there's 4 ancient dragons, or 5 ancient chromatic dragons. They're all gargantuan, but they're not the same size.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Gargantuan especially is just
Yeah.
the cat.
They're all spectrums, like, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
You also have a 21 to hit.
Use reaction.
No.
No?
I'm using my reaction.
You're going to use your reaction. Okay. That's fine. But this time, he did use half of his movement speed to pick up his club. So I will need you to make a strength saving throw with advantage, because you are a large person.
I get strength advantage, and I also.
'Cause you are a
think
giant
I already,
woman.
I think I already get advantage because I'm giant.
That's what I mean.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm because that one, yeah.
That's good.
Okay. So. Strength.
You both have
save.
7s in them.
So
That's 23.
23 will do it. Absolutely. So you are not knocked back because you're large. So I'm not going to make you do the knockback that we've been doing. And also gives you an advantage. That makes more sense. But you do take 15 bludgeoning damage. As he kind of clocks you pretty good.
I'm out.
Oh, you're unconscious.
Are you
Yeah, because I've been fighting this troll alone.
Are you embiggened and unconscious, or just unconscious?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know that one.
We're going to learn something today, class.
I'm gonna have to look at the longer text. It does not say in D&D Beyond.
Okay, well, either way, we can move on to Adi's thing, and then you can tell me whatever you find. For now, we'll assume that you are still enlarged.
I am fucking peeved that I wasn't able to take out this motherfucker by myself, by the way. I am
Yeah.
a little fucking miffed.
I mean, it's a pretty strong opponent for one person.
I've been dealing a lot of damage.
You have been. Dude, he's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, so I'm miffed.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sorry.
a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Ugh.
I'm not sorry.
I know you're not sorry.
Sorry.
It does not say. I'm gonna assume I'm still fine until the end of the minute.
Does it say that it requires concentration?
No. It doesn't even have a bonus action to deactivate.
It just has a duration.
It just has duration.
Oh, well then yeah, you're still enlarged then. One can
Yeah, that one was like a
Alright, so now that was
Yeah,
Horace.
bird
Now it's
was
Adi's
floating.
turn.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 10. God, I know where squares are.
I should probably actually.
They're
put
so
these
very
down.
similar.
Remember the train on the wagon.
15, 20.
That is
25.
a difficult terrain.
So double the distance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, bitches.
30, yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
You can't go over that cart's still gonna be the cart is all carts are difficult terrain.
The other way.
10,
Actually,
15,
I'll let you do
25,
the one around it if you make an athletics check. Like you're jumping over the cart.
Well, she's large, right? So
No.
if you get here, you're next to them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what that
Okay,
is.
yeah, if you move it you move it over.
10, 15, 20, 25.
30.
30.
That's 5 feet from the person.
You are 5 feet from the person at that point.
Sweet.
You're also 5 feet from the
That's
troll.
I'm big and haven't
So
taken any
extremely
damage.
true.
I'm big and haven't taken any damage. I'm good.
That is what we like to call in the science community a fact.
I'm gonna go ahead and shove a potion in your mouth.
I like that.
Hot.
I also did not roll well. I'm gonna stop rolling from this jar. You get 5 health points from that.
How does that work?
You're conscious but prone.
Sure.
So with 5 health points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I lay my hands on you and I cast Cure Wounds because I
Nice,
have a cool
actually.
belt that let me potion you bonusly.
Mhm.
Bonusly.
Bonusively. That's definitely the words that you used.
Similar to sarcophagus.
There's an 8. Oh shit. 5 more hit points.
10 more hit points.
Sweet. And because
Finally,
of the
someone
dog,
shackling
it went
bullshit. I
so
love it.
fucking well that
Yeah, I
I
had a
just
little.
thanked Grooms because obviously
Yeah,
that was.
I'm
that
down
was
with 1
his
point.
benefit.
So
I'm gonna give you my one-liner. I'm not giving you my eye.
Oh, you don't have to. No, see, I gave up the eye for all of us.
we'll talk specifics later.
You also don't have to give up your eye to follow Grooms. You can still
I
believe
just-
in the man
it
and
was
his
the way-
greatness.
It was the way you were like really excited and really praying, and I'm just like, I'm not giving you my eye.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was 100% counting on that blowback putting you into unconsciousness.
Oh, yeah.
I really wanted that to happen.
No, I'm at 1. I'm at 1 hit point.
All right. Adi, is that it for you?
Yeah.
It's a lot of healing you just did.
You first.
All right, Des, you're up.
All right.
You are prone.
Des is gonna kip up and use.
You're gonna kip up. Is that
Or-
like are you trying to do like something specific, or are you just trying to be fancy?
Okay, maybe not like flashy. It's just kind of like rolling
Like one of
up.
those.
Well, I understand, but what I'm saying is, do you want to do that in order to not take half your movement, or are you just doing it or is that half your movement?
The plan was just to be half my movement.
Okay,
It's
that's
just a thing.
That's fine.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to switch my hunter's mark to the other guy.
Good plan. And that's not a recast either. That's just
That's just moving. That's part of the spell.
Okay. I'm gonna think about if that affects shackling.
The shackles.
But I'm not gonna imply that or implement that right now. So go ahead.
What, the 100 mark? Shit.
Dude,
Does reapplying it
does it
count as casting it again or not? I'm leaning
No, because it doesn't use a spell slot, right?
Yeah,
So if-
I'm leaning no.
Yeah, it says if the target drops to 0 before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn to
Mhm.
mark a new creature.
Yeah, it's the same idea of Witch Bolt, too.
Well, the idea is that you're channeling the spell again. Like you're drawing, but like I guess it's more like you're just continuing to channel it, so
Mhm.
it's fine.
Like Witch Bolt, essentially.
Yeah.
Concentrating on that same spell.
Yes. Well, that's another one I was considering. But
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
spiritual weapon?
Maybe I can do that just to convince you not to take Witch Blood.
Too late, I already did.
So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just doink myself here. You didn't technically make me
Okay.
roll when I first cast it. You didn't roll when
Yes,
you
I
first.
did.
You did?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I didn't notice it. Well done. I didn't even see it.
It's like there's a screen here that blocks.
It's almost
what I'm
as if
doing.
there's a
I'm just
wall.
tinkering around.
a wall between me. You just sort of slightly went like,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, I guess he didn't notice. I got away with it.
Oh no! Oh no! You
You
didn't
got
get
away
away.
with it, but like, not.
You only got away with it because the roll was fine. I think it was like the first of 8 11s I've rolled for the unshackling for this campaign, or for this session even.
I'm thinking actually. So instead of attacking him, I'm gonna try to get within 30 feet of everybody,
Okay.
if possible.
Probably.
Within.
So let's go 5, 10, 15,
15.
20.
Well, it'll only be 15,
Oh, 15.
right? So maybe I do need to try to kip up to get within 30.
You can make an acrobatics check to do that.
Okay, let me try to do that. 16?
16 will do it.
Hell yeah. Alright.
So it's 15,
You're
20,
also already 30
25.
feet from everybody.
So like right here, well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I mean, go closer.
Yeah,
You
just
can do one.
10, 15,
well, put me like
20,
a couple
25,
spaces.
30.
Yeah, but you went diagonal twice there.
Not in a row.
It doesn't matter if it's in a row.
Oh.
Move me like a couple spaces further.
It's the first diagonal you do is 5.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Any of after that is 10. It doesn't matter if it's in a row.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So like, I would say this would do it. Because that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Mm.
Okay. And Dez's gonna be like, "Come on, y'all, let's finish this guy," and she's gonna cast Aid at a 2nd level.
Whoa, that's so cool.
It's going to go to 3rd level.
Whoa.
Whoa! All right, everyone gets 15 hit points, maximum and healed. So your maximum hit points have now increased by 15.
Can you cast 8 as a first level spell?
Is it?
I think 8 is a 2nd level spell.
Aid is a 2nd level spell. It's temporary and it's healing.
Which is
So
means you
your
get 10 hit points.
your hit
It's-
point maximum increases by 15, and your current hit points increase by 15.
It's not
But
temporary.
by
Not
15.
15,
temporary. Yeah.
by 15 you mean it's 10,
Oh.
yeah.
No, it's not temporary hit points. Your maximum hit points increases.
Yeah.
There's a very big difference to that.
But by 15 you mean 10, yeah.
No.
I mean, I believe you, except that
It-
I also know how 8 works.
Well, it went to 3rd level,
But it's a 2nd level spell,
but it went to 3rd level,
which makes it 10.
which makes. Oh wait.
I mean, like, I want
It
to
starts
believe
at
Oh no,
5.
you're right. You're
I
right.
want
you're right,
to
you're
believe
right.
you,
No,
because I love
you're
15
absolutely
hit
you're absolutely
points.
correct. You're
But-
absolutely correct. No, I was crazy. No, it's 10. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's fine.
10?
So 10 maximum.
I am
so
insane.
Increase your maximum hit points by 10 and heal for 10.
I see what you're trying to say.
It automatically heals
Yeah,
you
it
for 10.
does.
There you go.
Did that.
My bad.
John, it already does.
You're right.
What?
Did the same thing last game we played.
It automatically did what?
It automatically heals you when
Yeah.
you're at the maximum modifier.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's not and heal. It's if your program already does it,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
then
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 10 maximum hit points for everybody. It's a pretty good fucking spell.
Just a bit.
Okay,
What was that 1 hit point? How did I get to 26?
I have no idea.
Did it
That
Uber heal you?
They did 15-10 by doing that.
You were at 1. You should be at
11.
11.
11.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Mhm.
You freaked it out. Way to go.
Yeah.
It must have done the pop. Anyway, Des, is that all for your turn?
That's all I can do.
Okay, which means it goes to the top. Whisper, you're up.
I'm gonna go ape shit.
Okay. What does that look like?
Are you
I'm gonna
stand
go
up, though?
absolutely ape shit. I'm gonna stand up.
For
Mhm.
sure.
Good
On the
plan.
side, you're still big.
Yeah, I'm still big.
She's still big.
Sweet, sweet.
I'm gonna stab. And that is gonna be 15, so that's not gonna hit.
Mm-mm.
Stab again. That's not gonna hit. I'm gonna action surge. I'm gonna stab again. That's not gonna fucking hit. I'm gonna fucking cry. No, hold on. Hold on. That's 16. That hits. Fuck you. That's 19.
19
And
damage?
then one more stab. That hits. That's a non-natural 20. That's a fucking... I'll reroll it. Yeah, cool. That's another 14.
So, 14 plus.
19, 14 is piercing.
So 33?
33 piercing.
What do you... okay. How do you want to do it?
I told you. I stood up in a rage, which I'm not a barbarian, so it's just angry lizard.
It's angry lizard, yeah.
And I stabbed wildly until it stopped breathing.
Okay. So like it's just like as you miss your first couple, it's kind of like as it's also on fire. So it gets stabbed in the chest, it gets stabbed in the throat, it gets stabbed in the face, and then as you pull it out, it just kind of goes and just falls onto its face on the ground in front of you.
Des is gonna light up a cigarette and be like, perforated.
I am gonna sit there and go,
What's that
fuck
mean?
you, fuck you, fuck you.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
you can
about
like
it.
kick it and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the penance I needed.
All
That's
right.
what I deserved.
You've solved my troll puzzle, and
It was very brute force.
yes, it was. How it goes sometimes.
Mm.
But like as you can see around you as you tackle your second troll, the others have also gotten in on the whole fire plus acid is good. You can see Forrest was commanding people, like he's probably one of the ones that was like, I know about this, as he's throwing acid and he's throwing alchemical fire at various targets, and you know. He looks like it's very interesting to see Forrest in command because he's very small. But
It's not that strange.
isn't it?
There was that one
It's
night.
it's more strange because he's usually more passive.
I mostly meant there was that one night that he and I, like, what a dude.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's not strange for adding. Anyway.
So what trolls don't fall, retreat. And after, as quickly as this whole kind of attack kind of sprung up, it's now over. And there's a couple things, like there's some carts that were destroyed, there's some things that are a little bit on fire.
I'd like to search the rubble of this one to make sure there were no people. Because I definitely said there was a person in there.
You definitely did say that, and I'm going to go with it because I think that's
I'd
pretty
like
good.
to pull the poor man out and help him.
Oh,
Okay.
that poor man.
Well, we know that there's somebody in there because you said so,
Yep,
and I'm going to
'cause I
continue
did.
that. So
That's
yeah,
all I-
make a, like, you want to just help, like, it doesn't take anything to help him, like, what are you trying to do?
I mean, he's probably pretty hurt, so I should probably
Yeah, make
you
a
know,
medicine check to see if you
freaking
can
heal him
heal
and
him
shit.
without using, spells and shit. Jesus.
Does not roll on wood very well.
Huh, bony and wood don't go together?
Apparently not.
I don't know what that sounded like on the microphone, but like
But
that was
painful.
very jarring in
It was
person.
really painful. 23. 2.
That's more than enough. You're able. He's got a couple broken bones, and you're able to set them and use, ironically, a little mini, not like a stick,
Yeah. It's a
to
splinter.
kind of splint it. So he's like, fuck it. But he's not. But he says thank you. He's like, God, where would we be without you, Adi? He's like, you've been around a bit more than the others, so he knows what it is. It's one of the sailors that you
Sure.
usually.
That I
See
usually
it.
hook up with. Sure.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I didn't say it.
I need a nap.
But there's a lot of there's a lot of injuries, but not a lot of fatalities. So everyone seems to be okay, despite, giant trees being thrown around. And you see Kelrain kind of like stand up from behind the cart that he was hiding behind. He's like, holy shit. Can we get a break? A single break? And he's talking to nobody in particular. And before I was like, Deandra, get out here! He kind of like waits. Kind of waits. Then she finally comes out. We don't need to do the map anymore, but
let's do it.
But let's do the map anyway. So we're like, so he's just kind of like, Forest Warden, what the fuck? And she kind of like looks down. Like she was like, I don't know what's going on. We've been having so much troubles back down here in the woods. Like, I wish I could say I was surprised by this. Like you didn't in Calran. You didn't see them coming up here. Like, no. And like she kind of thinks like that is strange. Where did they come from? Because they came from the exact same place that Beandra and everyone else came from. So she kind of like pauses and kind of looks down, and she's pensive now. And Calrain, who is just pissed, kind of like looks at her for a few minutes and then throws his hands up and starts walking away. He goes over and finds Forrest, who he starts talking to. And Beandra kind of turns and looks at the four of you. He's like, you all fight well. I believe my brother when he says that you saved us from certain calamity. However, don't come into the forest. And then she turns and walks away.
Need logs. I don't know what you want us to do, but like, okay.
Take your logs and leave.
Good enough. Great. Perfect.
Yeah, and she is gone.
Man, just all charmer.
It takes a little bit to get going again, but after an hour or so, you see everybody start to go back into collecting logs, collecting all the lumber and such they would need. Without further disturbance, it gets to about 6 before everyone's like, we should probably start to head back. There, you see some makeshift camping grounds. Like you see people in circles of tents with fires going in the middle. You assume that they want to stay and make sure nobody takes all the wood that they've stockpiled. There's going to be shifts are starting to be set up. Is there anything you guys want to do? Do you guys want to stay here? Do you guys want to go back to Cliffhaven?
Des will want to probably stay just to make sure everyone like doesn't die.
Yeah.
Because we just get attacked by a bunch of trolls.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, while everyone was collecting wood, this time, Des was like walking around, checking the perimeter, like looking around, seeing if there's anything out of line. She got shot at initially. Mm-hmm. She wasn't too happy about that. So she's like, she's a little more on edge than she was.
Okay.
So.
Is it nighttime-ish, or is it still daytime?
It's still daytime. The sun will go down
Tomorrow?
Sun will come out.
I'm just helping you out.
I mean, it will also go down tomorrow, but it is also going down.
Well, we assume.
You probably got about an hour and a half of daylight left before it gets into too dark to function as a bright light.
Practically too dark to function.
I'm taking a nap.
So you're gonna stay there?
You got it?
Again, you could take a nap and take a short rest after. Like, if you want to take a short rest in that time frame, because like from the time it gets to the end of the battle to their leaving is like 5 hours. So you can take a short rest in the meantime.
Yeah, I'll short rest it.
Okay.
Just a little power nap. I do have the flaw where I cannot be caught dead unless in suitable accommodations, so I have to snitch my tenant. Get everything ready.
I'm surprised that counts as a suitable arrangement, but okay.
It counts because it's my space and it's not the dirty forest floor.
True. Okay. So we're starting to get a consensus of staying.
Yeah, I'm helping out immediately.
I'll work on pickling some troll tongue, if I could have some troll tongue.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that.
You said there was.
You want to harvest from the trolls. I understand.
That's true. I
Do
would
a
need
nature
to harvest
check.
that.
You said there was carts just hanging around.
Yes, there are many carts.
Old carts, like these are all our carts. Like all these carts are our
Define
carts?
yours.
As in like our collective group's carts. Like
They're Cliffhavens.
yeah,
Like
Cliffhaven.
one of them has
all of
armor
the all of the carts are Cliffhaven carts,
Mhm.
right? Okay, so none of them are like have been left here, and they're not ours, and like.
No, there's not just random carts about.
So
These carts were delivery brought here to bring supplies back and forth from Cliffhaven and some from Andersville. You see some Andersville's finest bourbon and whiskey kind of in some of the carts.
Des is gonna like grab a bottle of one of those and just be like.
Yeah, no one stops you for sure.
Those grab 2 bottles.
Yeah, if you guys want some alcohol, they're not going to stop you. Trust me.
can it be a survival check? Just because, maybe.
Sure.
Sweet.
I think that makes sense.
That would be
It does.
24.
Okay, yeah, you can harvest the troll tongue. You harvest one of the eyes. The other one has been scorched, and all other 3 have been scorched.
Alright,
And then you're
appreciate
able to flay some skin off as well, which has some interesting properties that you think Forrest would appreciate.
I won't pickle that, and I'll go talk to Forrest about it then.
Okay.
We can play that if you want.
Sure, we can do Forrest.
Sure.
Forrest is using some of the alchemical fire to start a fire out in one of the circles. So he's just kind of, instead of doing the flint and tinder, he's just like, I'm just gonna smash a bottle, and it kind of bursts into flames. Just, oh hi!
Hey, I'm really only interested in eyeballs and tongues and shit, but I did
You'd
get
be
some,
wrong.
I did get some skin though. If you wanted to take a look at some troll skin, yeah.
Hell yeah! I was hoping we'd get some of this. The one that we were fighting ran away. I guess yours wasn't quite as smart. No, I can do some cool stuff with this. And he kind of takes it, and you see him putting it into his own jar with some medical herbs and some other things. Like, come back 3 days from now, and we'll get you some potions of regeneration. I think you guys are gonna like
that'd
this.
be amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
House discount.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
And you see he's like very excited. He's like, oh man, you see him taking some of the other bits that you've given him. All right. Anything else?
You said specifically that it was a bottle of bourbon.
Bourbon and whiskey. Yeah.
Bourbon and whiskey. Okay.
Mhm.
Des will grab a bourbon and a whiskey.
There you go. I know that bourbon is a type of whiskey.
Yeah, true.
It's okay.
Don't at me. Actually, go ahead and at me. I don't care.
Publicity.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna sacrifice the eye to Groosh instead of pickling it,
Okay.
but I pickled the tongue.
And that's gonna be, you're gonna channel your.
I mean, sure,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that
I
is
assume you're trying to
entirely
get
up to
something
you.
from this. Yes.
Sure. Why not? I mean, even if not, I would still sacrifice it to Groosh.
What's the baseline for that? Like, what's the point of it, or is it just we're making it up as we go along?
Yeah, it was just an entirely made up thing where I said, "Can I sacrifice eyeballs to Groosh?"
Okay, you get 1 advantage on any roll that you want. So you're basically getting advantage.
It's pretty awesome. Thank you.
You're getting inspiration, I should say.
Groosh is just so inspiring and awesome.
Mhm.
Awe-inspiring, if you will.
Here's a question that definitely won't affect what's going to happen next. Last we checked, Jonas had the dragon orb.
Mhm.
Does he still have it on him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you
Okay.
have it, or did we put it in the bag of holding?
Well, I had it and I gave it to you, so I guess it would be in the bag of holding now.
It's in the bag folder. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to do before sleep?
Yeah, 1 silver dragon orb.
Or I can do the help. That's all.
I did an hour's sleep. I tried to help, but I assume we were doing point of exhaustion for falling unconscious.
Like how the John does?
Oh. No.
I'm going to, as soon as they're done needing my help with stuff,
Mhm.
I'll put my armor on and just stay in guard. Help
Okay.
out, keep watch.
Interesting.
Now that
Okay,
I don't
so-
have a point of exhaustion, I'm going to help out a lot.
Okay. So you're going to be helping out the thing until. And what do you guys do? You're not going to stand guard. So I'm essentially feeling like you're going to take the first shift of the night
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you two going to do? Are you going to take the first or the second shift or the third shift? I guess there's 3.
I'll tend to pour Peter's wounds, his broken bones,
Mm-hmm.
if you will,
Mm-hmm.
and take the 3rd watch after that.
Okay. Nice.
Des will do third watch with Addie.
Okay. I need. As everyone falls down to sleep and the first watch begins,
This is without regaining any hit points, right?
Well, hold on.
We're
Okay.
taking the
Oh.
third watch, so.
If you wanted to take a short rest, again, if you want to take a short rest from the 1st to the 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. area, like Whisper did, then you can.
Okay. I might...
Actually, you know what? No, you can't. I already gave you that chance. You can't do it anymore.
Fucker.
As everyone lays down, it starts to get nighttime, about 8 p.m. You can hear the rustling of the trees. You can hear the birds start to come back from the disturbance that from before. Feels very musical. And then you hear music. I need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
That's not great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what is that supposed to be? 4?
Save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So 4 plus 5 is a 9.
Okay.
10.
Okay. So, to play the narrative, you see Jonas, you see Whisper standing guard, very attentive. And you see them kind of like look a little distracted, and then a little bit sluggish, and then tired. And they fall asleep at their posts. And like if anyone was there that was conscious to look, you can see the other members of the watch fall asleep. And then and then the camera, if you will, pulls back to see a blue dragonborn with a violin playing the camp to sleep. And that's where we're going to end the session for now.
I fucking knew it. You said music, and I was like,
I was
here
really
she comes.
I was really going Faye in my head.
No, I
Do
knew it was
the
her.
people
He asked about
healing
the war.
broken bones intense need to make a wisdom save, or?
The thing about that is, remember how I said I'm not going to be rolling dice when it's my characters versus my characters?
Well, yeah, but I'm in a tent somewhere. Do I?
You're already asleep, though.
Sure.
Yeah, you're not an elf,
That's
right?
a fair
So.
point. Oh no, I meant because I'm healing broken bones.
I guess that one that didn't come through for everybody.
But no, it's fine.
All right,
I probably have to sleep at some point.
let's wrap up this session.
Mhm.
I hope everyone had a good time fighting trolls. I felt a little bit bad that we didn't have a lot of fighting in the past couple episodes. So hopefully these trolls whet your appetite for the next campaign, the next little session that I've got planned, which I think you can kind of see where it's gonna happen.
Listen, I knocked that troll out with a couple of buffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
Dude, you went toe to toe with that troll.
toe to toe. There was a little moment there, and I'm really glad that
And
Body's always here for a buff.
and a troll that I buffed too, because I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure most of you may be aware of this, but trolls don't normally have attacks that send you flying or knock you prone. So
Yeah,
these were buffed trolls.
Mhm.
So you guys did a pretty good job, with minimal help from your friends, essentially.
Eddie was like, "Oh, Whisper's doing a little bad. Here you go, friend."
Yeah.
Just come back. Here's some AC.
Audie did some work
some
with
HP.
healing, with a special shout out to Dez for that clutch aid,
Yeah.
Yeah, that helped out a lot for me.
which will continue to help out, I think, for a little bit.
How long does aid go?
8 hours.
Yeah. Besides
Oh,
that,
I removed it.
don't remove it yet.
Yeah.
Listen, I was like, a rest. I'll just take that.
But yeah, let's do our special shout out to Sirenscape. I've already mentioned them earlier, but it's worth mentioning again. The music for this particular episode, I really enjoyed. Nate and I were caught headbanging a couple of times, like, oh, this is some pretty
Yeah, like
good
the
music.
whole time. It was
Oh
great.
yeah. It was just good.
But yeah, so Sirenscape, please, if you're watching and you enjoy what we're doing, subscribe to YouTube. If you really enjoy what we're doing, head over to our Patreon. We've got some cool stuff. We've got some cool like artwork from Mary and Kat that they've It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty.
It's gonna include this doodle of Jonas peeing.
Yeah, if you want to see the doodle of Shaunus Vidoxis peeing, which I know you do, don't fucking lie to me.
You're gonna add
Head over our
back
Patreon. We're
tattoos.
gonna have it as a Patreon reward.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to say? Join us for Twitter. Join us for Instagram. Join us for all the social media that's not involving podcasts yet.
Yet. Keyword there. Yeah, one of the big things, we didn't use any of our, we had some like new stuff that we bought, obviously with the dungeons and lasers and stuff like that. But we did use these little like cutout things that we use for the trees and stuff like that. We bought, do you remember the name of what they're made by? They're really fun.
They are. And if this box were the top instead of the bottom, 1985 games.
That's who it was, yeah, 1985 games.
They are pretty amazing.
Yeah, they
Oh.
have like dungeon versions, forest versions.
Yeah, this looks like it's called Castles and Keeps.
Yeah, there's a there's like a forest one, like a haunted forest one. They do a lot of really cool stuff. Even like if you can't afford minis, they do like cutouts for characters.
Oh yeah, I saw a couple of those. They're like a
Nice.
cutout
Yeah.
for some
Pretty awesome.
werewolves and stuff.
Yep.
That was cool.
Yeah, so they're really nice and fairly inexpensive way to do it too. Other than that, Twitter, Instagram, all the things that we've said. Once again, Gmail's lizards and locations at gmail.com. Send us some stuff, questions, comments, concerns, even fucking fan art, right? We'll take it all.
Or, if you're not a fan, just send us random art.
Yes.
Just send us art.
Draw
Please.
your OC. Put him in a P crew. Gimme.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only other thing I wanted to mention, and John mentioned this earlier, is that this particular map was discovered on Google. I don't know the original author. It is slightly edited.
Yeah.
We've added, John added some stuff to make it.
Kat did, yeah. She
Kat
she
did, sorry.
photoshopped it, yeah.
Okay. But I feel bad not saying anything about it.
Yeah, I wish I remember where we got it from. It was, it might be in the bottom corner actually.
Patreon Dice Grimorium.
There you
Okay.
go.
So Dice Grimorium.
So that's where we got it from, and then
Alright.
we just edited. I think you added the wagons to it,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah, you added wagons to it. So other than that, it's made by that person. Right there.
We also covered a little bit up because it's supposed to be a forest and there's some mountainous terrain, but it's a really, really
Gorgeous
nice.
mountainous
It's a
terrain.
yeah, it's a very nice map. We used it previously in our other non-recorded.
Oh, the long road. Yeah.
We did use it on that
Yep.
one. I think trolls were a staple of that one as well when we played it.
Yeah,
so,
and that's right. That's when you did the big fucking fog cloud
yeah,
Yeah.
that caught on fire and burst. Yeah, that was
yeah,
fun.
that was a lot.
Kat and I first used it on a We had one session where we did a supernatural
Yep.
session,
Mhm.
and we used it.
So yeah, Dice Grimoire looks pretty cool. Go ahead and check out them if you want some more cool maps.
Yeah.
Besides that, I think that's everything. That's all the house cleaning we need to do. Hopefully you guys will stick with us and enjoy the next episode of Pillars of Creation and Lizards and Locations.
All right, see you guys.